Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low bass, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
What up, y'all? Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Good morning. We are having severe technical difficulties. I have no idea what's going on with my effing laptop, y'all. Michael, Shawn, J Black, Sexy Mo. In the middle of it, we're just going to be like, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I'm not. We're doing the best we can. I don't know what went on with my laptop. It's on my side. For some reason, I can't hear J Black or Sexy Mo in my headphones. So we're going to have to rock out like this and see what goes on. Sorry about the late start. Nothing we can do about it. I still can't figure it out. We don't know what's going on. J Black, how was your night?
Last night was good morning, Kathy. Jeanette, I see the hearts on Facebook. Last night was good. Last night was a Wednesday night, Jeopardy. I got 6 questions right. I broke my record. I usually have about 4 to 5.
That don't count. Mike, that does not count.
What does it count?
We're supposed to live us at 7.
Mike
we had that bet going on. He was supposed to get 4 in a row. Now all of a sudden he done got 6.
I got 6, and I had a witness though. My wife said, "Let me come in here." She stopped what she was doing just to watch with me, just to make sure. But yeah, I got 6 right. I got 6. But yeah, that was my night. That was my night with Jeopardy. It was fun. Wasn't nothing else on TV last night besides my Survivor. Mike ain't in the Survivor, and he ain't in the Masked Singer and all those shows. But good morning, Mark.
I was watching stuff that the rest of the world was watching. Squid Games.
I'm up to episode 6. I started watching that. You got through that first 45 minutes of episode 1 was the worst. I kept saying I can't. But after that 45 minutes was over and they actually started the game, then I was hooked.
Well, they start the game. I mean, we don't want to be the spoiler alert, but if it wasn't for the fact that there was so much hype going on about it, there's no way in the world I would have sat through it.
That's it. That's the same.
I only sat through that. I only sat through that nonsense simply because I was like, it's got to get better. Mm-hmm. Like, but and for those who haven't seen it, then it's your problem. But once they went to the games the first time, and then they all got out of there, then you got to sit through 45 minutes of them making their way back to the death games. Like, just come on, what are we doing here? North Korea, South Korea, Middle Korea, East, West Korea. I don't know.
But you hooked now, though. I know I'm hooked. I have to see how it play out. Like I said, I'm up to episode 6. I don't know what you're on.
No, I'm on like episode 3. Like I'm just getting to the where they're going back to the games, and now everybody thinks they're smarter than the games. Like the one girl, when they spray the sleeping gas in the van, the one girl covers her face so she doesn't fall asleep. And all types of whatever. Like I'm gonna keep going simply because of the hype.
No, it's good. Like, look, I'm up to 6. I'm hooked. Like you have to see. You have to continue to watch. Like you said, not giving it away. But the Squid Games on Netflix, it's official. Like you say, if it wasn't for the hype, if it wasn't for Don Page, like, yo, sit through it, and my daughter, like, yo, you gotta hang in there. It's going to get good. I couldn't. I really couldn't. But I stuck through it, and I'm thoroughly entertained. And good morning, Jack.
The word is Netflix is shocked because
good morning.
Netflix just good morning, everybody. Jeanette, good morning.
Oh, Jeanette, don't hype him up.
She got jokes. She got jokes.
Like you need to audition for her. No, he doesn't. He's not Rosie Perez. It's not gonna happen.
I got 6. But go ahead.
It's not gonna happen. But Netflix didn't even put any promotions behind this. Netflix literally just threw Squid Game. Good morning, Sean Robinson. Netflix just threw it on there, and now they're about to. They said within the next week they will break the record. This would be the highest viewed show ever on Netflix. Yes,
and with no promotion. So this is like independent.
They just threw it on there.
Paid
Do you know
probably.
about 7 streaming companies turned this movie down?
Wow.
Well, of course, it's what the first 40. I'm sure the screening, when you play the first episode for anybody screening it, you're not in America. There's no way you was getting through the first 45 minutes. No way. That was horrible. The first 45.
I mean, if I was bored, I could have got through it. But my thing is, like, if I was bored, I've gotten through worse on Netflix. Like, trust, I've gotten through worse. I'm watching this other show called Sinner, and I don't think that's on Netflix.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
that was on regular network at first.
Yeah, I don't watch anything when it's on regular network.
Yeah, I gotta binge watch too. I'm like you, Michael Sean. I
don't do any commercials.
Yes.
The most I do is the Hulu 30-second commercials. I'm not doing any commercials. I don't know how y'all can promote. I don't know how y'all gonna go about promoting stuff, but I don't give a damn. I'm not watching. How was your night, Sexy Mo?
You know what? I took some of that. What is it? The Alka-Seltzer nighttime stuff.
Sneezing so you can breathe medicine.
Yes, and I looked up and I took the old school. You know, you drop the tablets in the water. That's the best kind. I looked up and it was 6:50 a.m.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
And I was like, Michael Sean's gonna kill me.
Why don't you just smoke weed?
I'm all out, Michael.
Oh, what medical marijuana?
I was about to say, okay, you're all out.
Yeah, I don't smoke, but I definitely partake once in a while in edibles, and I haven't had those in a while. Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
No, honestly, I had just
maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Like I can't the only thing I can take that I've ever taken is better than smoking weed, even though I'm not a weed smoker.
Right.
But the best thing for going to sleep is weed. I don't care what nobody says. I had a person sell me a strand that was specifically for going to sleep, and I've never slept better. Other than Ambien, I've never slept better.
Listen, I am out of Ambien, but I'm thinking about going back to Ambien because I'm literally a vampire. I'll go to sleep at like 4 a.m. and then wake back up at 6, or go to sleep at 3 and wake back up at 6, and it's not a good look.
Yep, you just wanted to cut an hour out anyway.
Because Mike started an hour late with claiming technical issues.
Yes, Kathy.
He just wanted to shave an hour. Look, Jeanette even laughing at that, right, Kathy?
I still don't know what to do with this damn thing. It's the most bizarre thing that happened this morning. Like when we got on, I just couldn't hear them. They could hear me. I couldn't hear them.
And it sounds fantastic, but...
Yeah. And of course, Mike do what most people do. It's the other person's fault. Mike, it's not.
No, it's not the other person. It's that Jay always wants. Let me tell you something. No matter what you do, Jay wants to be right. I'm like, Jay, just send the link again. So
it's not the link because it's not when someone knows.
How can we know? But my thing is like, when you're a mechanic, you check everything. So I was like, just send the link again and see. But Jay, here goes Jay. I want to be right. It's not going to be on my side.
It's not. If Mo is fine,
you still got it. But
fine.
But my thing is, maybe I don't know how that woman married you. I don't know how that woman stays with you.
You're making his
I do not know how that woman lives in the same house with you.
You're making his levels peak.
Okay, we can't make his levels peak.
I need to type it, bring it down.
Don't get him started.
Let's keep it here.
But I was right. I was right though. I have to say I was right. I was right though.
No, I didn't say you weren't right. I'm saying it's called troubleshooting. So you try everything.
Yes, Jeanette. It's the operator. Sometimes the people operating the vehicle. It ain't always. You don't always want to blame it on. Let me stop for my.
It's not me.
Turn the radio down. Turn the radio down.
There's nothing I can do. But when you smell smoke, you don't just say it can't be coming from the bedroom. No, you go smell. You go everywhere and try and figure out which one it is. All it was, I was like, just send it again so we can see. And once we found out it wasn't that, we moved on. But Jay, in his egomaniac self, Jay can never Mo.
It's common sense. The process of elimination. When you break something down,
what if you send the link? What if you just resent the link to my laptop and it worked better for me? Not that y'all.
It is a link.
It never stops
because it's your audio on your side.
So
it's not the link. But either way,
technology is a bitch, and it ain't working.
First of all, he doesn't know anything because the fact of the matter is that I hear everything that y'all saying. So there is something on my end, but my thing is, his thing is, there's no way it could be anything else.
Couldn't have been the link. No, it couldn't have been the link. Good morning, Shaquisa.
Good morning,
nurse practitioner. Good morning,
happy birthday, Queenborn.
Happy birthday,
it's Queenborn's birthday today?
Yes, happy birthday.
Nice, Queenborn. How old are you? No, she ain't gonna tell that. Happy birthday,
Queen. Age, so she can lie about it later.
No, there's no popcorn and coffee time. I'm not gonna get Mike elevated today
because
we don't want his levels to peak.
We have to keep
we barely got him
here.
He has issues and we barely have him. We don't want him to get frustrated. He can't figure it out. We don't want to do that.
Yo, Jay, fuck you.
If he goes here, the volume the sound is gonna be messed up. We're gonna keep you here.
I couldn't resist.
No, fuck
We're
you.
gonna keep him here. Stay black. Be on your best behavior.
Okay. Oh, she's 36. Nice. Okay.
Go ahead.
40.
Happy 36th birthday, girl.
Yes.
Enjoy your birthday.
It'd be 40 for you blink your eyes, but you know.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even blink your eyes. Don't even worry about it.
Don't even go to sleep, girl. Next 4 years, just be up.
Don't even worry about it. 36 is, let me tell you, so 36 really is 20. I was in my 20s, my whole 30s. I acted like a 20-year-old my entire 30s.
Because you still feel young.
Your 30s are really your 20s because you could afford to get yourself out of jail.
Yes.
I mean, Jay Black couldn't. Jay Black couldn't, but I could.
I let him understand.
Jay Black couldn't, but I could.
Yeah.
You don't need to call and beg nobody for bail money.
No, you don't. You shouldn't.
Like, yeah,
what up, Nate Green?
Get out on my own recognizance. Yes.
Yeah, because I know every time I went to jail in my 30s, I got myself out.
You ain't had to call around. Yeah,
I ain't
so
had to
what?
call nobody.
So what? I
You ain't
called
got
DJ Envy.
$300?
No, I had to call.
$300?
No, I had to call DJ Envy and like, yo, I ain't got these thousands of dollars.
And I still don't know if
it was
really
like 3,500. It was 3,500 at the time, and I didn't have it. And I was like, yo, I just blew through. I need 3,500. Envy. He was like, I got you. Yeah. So what? That's what friends are for. So that's what friends are for. You're supposed to call people.
That's what happens when you try to do grown people shit, but you ain't built to get yourself out of grown people shit.
Listen, did you pay Envy back?
No, he didn't. No,
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You never paid Envy back the bail money.
You didn't pay him back. I promise you, he didn't pay him back.
I did. I swear to you. I didn't feel. I don't. If I ever owe anybody money, I always felt bad. Like, no, I need to hurry up and pay these people back. So no, I'm not that type to borrow money and then not pay it back. And then be in your face like I don't owe you that money because I never understand that mindset. Yeah, it wasn't installments. It was. I did. I said, look, I got some other stuff I got caught up with, so I'm gonna give you like 500 this week, and then I'm gonna give you another 5. So I'm gonna give you, and then I'm gonna give you the 3. And yeah, so what, Mo? But he got it back. Don't judge how I paid it back.
I'm just asking how you paid him back. I like my money back all in one lump sum because I don't feel like I got it back if you pay me $50 here, $100 here, and then I got to keep a running ledger. Like, pay me all back when you got it, dog.
So you'd rather them just hold and save it all up and then give it to you in one whop?
As long as it's not going to take you 10 years, y'all. Pay me back my money like I gave it.
That's interesting.
And plus, I don't loan people money unless I can afford to lose it.
Not to get it back.
Right. I never expect to get it back because you never know what may happen. If you need to borrow it, that means your situation right now is a little tight. So I don't expect to get it back.
Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Casina. Stacy. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning.
Tam is here. Tam is here.
Good morning, Tam.
10% is a lot. Yeah, to give up. Yeah, you need that bread up front, and I ain't having. Mike, why didn't you give me that money that time? Now I'm thinking about it, Mike. Why did I have to call Envy? You want to pick me up from there, but yeah.
I have $3,500. I didn't have $3,500 in the stash like that.
Yeah, at that moment,
moment.
Not without me having to go to Stacy and be like, "Yo, Stacy," and tell her everything and be like, "Yo, we gotta transfer some money.
Get this idiot out of jail.
Gotta go get Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay doing some shit out in the street.
Yeah, and we weren't even on good terms at that moment, me and Stacy. So I was like, man, if I tell her I gotta I was gonna transfer it till we got the Envy situation. I was like, man, listen, now I gotta call. I was with PNC Bank back then too. I had to call PNC. And back then you couldn't just transfer money out your account the way you do it in your cell phone now. Like your cell phone. How is your laptop? Oh, Tam, I don't know what's going on with my laptop.
Yo, Tam hit me on the inbox like, yo, I'm not seeing you. What's going? Like Tam was like, what's good with the show? I said technical issues. Mike working. Yeah, so she's right. Sean Robinson, he texted my cell phone. He was like, yo, where the show at? We need our fix. I was like, oh,
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all better enjoy this show every morning. Y'all better enjoy this shit every morning because it's getting very close to a mother ain't waking up. Watch. Y'all better really enjoy what y'all watching right now. We thank y'all so much. We thank y'all for rocking out with us. Y'all better really enjoy what's going on right now. Because let me tell you how fast I am. Media room not loading on your TV. I know, girl. Listen.
If he can't get the laptop, I didn't want to say nothing about the TV. I'm sure we
got it. Here I go. I didn't press the button. Let me lower this down now.
Didn't press it. Okay.
Hold up, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
Mine is not working right. I got up at 6:50.
Yeah, traffic is crazy.
Traffic is crazy.
So, what we got going on anyway? If y'all got us here, y'all got us on a real casual conversation. Y'all want to talk about something, Mike? You can log in IG in my Mike Shawn. Oh, you want me to log in IG?
No, we don't.
That ain't happening today.
I mean, I could.
That's too much.
I could.
That's not happening today.
What did I have?
This is what happens when you hump too much on Wednesday.
Ain't nobody.
Friday Eve turns into a shambles of a thing in the morning.
Something told me to keep my same pattern that I normally have, and I didn't keep my same. No, I didn't keep my same pattern yesterday, and I ventured off and just went to sleep and watched that damn Squid Games. And the verses they want to have a Big Daddy Can't Care.
Yeah, and listen, Super Cat for all my reggae fans. Super Cat is having a verses.
I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all doing, Triller. Y'all need to stop. Y'all gonna make it an anti-East Coast thing. That's what y'all gonna make it. Y'all gonna make the rest of the country get mad. And y'all gonna have. They already hate on New York as it is.
But the numbers are lower though. For when they did that E40 and Too Short, that was some embarrassing numbers when I popped on.
I don't know what the official numbers are. I didn't know how Ja Rule and Fat Joe were gonna do it. It turned out they did great numbers.
Right.
What y'all gonna wind up doing?
Yeah.
Love Ramirez. Good morning, love.
You know, Big Daddy Kane and Karis were one of good friends in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see it. I'll have a ball seeing it. Like I got no problem. Karis was my favorite rapper of all time. But y'all keep doing these verses and y'all keep keeping it like so thoroughly East Coast. And there's gonna be a bias, there's gonna be a animosity that's gonna grow thicker and thicker.
But when you venture down to like Texas area, right, Mike, what artists can you pair together for a good versus that's going to get a good turnout?
They got a bunch of them down
No
south.
Limit.
No Limit is New Orleans.
Cash,
it's not
Cash
Texas.
Well, Texas
is New Orleans. It's not.
Yeah, but that's fine. But you don't have to make it Texas.
Right. I'm just saying like that area. So you would probably have to go to New Orleans and then maybe, but then you have like the Ghetto Boys. How do you put iconic? Then you got GK. How do you put these type of artists up against other artists?
You just do it.
Who would be like? But who would be?
You just do it. You just name. You have Cash Money and Master P. You have a versus. I'm just saying. Everybody has an inferiority complex.
Right.
Like Dr. Smith, even Philadelphia, is so anti. They're so upset over New York being New York. And I'm just telling you, once it happens, then everybody, I'm just letting you know, the hate will be coming soon.
We want some Texas artists. We want some more West Coast artists.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists down south that don't get the recognition that they deserve.
No, but they deserve it. But we can't even not get hate from Philly. That's how bad it is.
Well, New York is. You're right. When you start to, we can't like New York, the mecca, the end all be all for hip hop is not. Yeah. That's not the case. The end all be all.
But it is.
But it's all right.
But it is. That's what people get really mad at. Even Dr. Smith, that's what he immediately gets really mad at, because at the end of the day, the person from Philadelphia, the people down the turnpike created the whole thing. And then people get upset when people say the end all be all. Well, it's like the apostles getting mad at Jesus for being the end all be all. Like dog, why can't Paul get some love?
I'm not going to be feed in. I'll let you go. But
I'm not going anywhere. It's just the absolute facts. Is there rap music without New York?
You mean as far as putting it on the map and making it?
No, creating the whole thing. Creating it.
Well, looking at the stats, the one of the first hip hop albums was a Philly rapper
No,
in
who created?
1979.
You're talking about Lady B. That wasn't the first. That wasn't the first album.
She was
that wasn't where
before
hip hop.
Sugar
That
Hill
wasn't
Gang.
where was hip hop created.
But I think the conversation now is where has hip hop evolved? Because I mean, it certainly evolved. You know, I mean, it's not what it was. You always pay homage to the founders or the forefounders of the culture. But I think that you have to also take a look at where it is now.
And we got no problem with that. Is that everybody has a problem with New York?
Yeah.
Like everybody has a problem with it. That's why I'm telling Triller just watch it, because the feedback is going to become.
So who do you got in this one though? Like who? Like because Versus is all about vibes. It's all about vibes. It's not necessarily who got the biggest number one hits, most number ones.
That one is even. Like, because nobody back then was having number one hits. It was the hottest hip hop song. So nobody was having. Smooth Operator was a dope song. RAW, Criminal Minded was a dope song, but it wasn't like now where the hottest hip hop song becomes the number one Billboard song.
I'm trying to remember all the KRS ones smashes. I when I start thinking about 3 to 4, I'm trying to think. He got 20 that I know. I don't know if I got.
Oh, he got 20. He got 20 so easy, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm gonna have to look into Kerr because I'm drawing a blank. I know he taught me about Africa with that one song, Botswana, and let me speak about the motherland. I remember that one joint told me about Africa and different countries. And
the Sound of the Police is my philosophy. South Bronx, The Bridge is Over, Criminal Minded, the P is Free. Step into the light with when he went with Diddy. What?
No, I was about to say step into the AM. That's third base.
No, step into. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm number one. Oh, sorry, I'm lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right. So Shawn Robinson said, will Kane use DJ Jazzy Jeff as DJ? They did a few shows together recently. I'm wondering if that would be a good versus. But then again, for the culture, I don't know if he'll use Jazzy Jeff.
No, he'll probably use Mr. C, actually.
Yeah, he'll probably keep it all New York.
And watch, and there'll be the feedback, and there'll be the hate will come. Hip hop came from the Bronx.
So
New York.
We're not going to separate the boroughs like just.
No, you are going to separate. No. You are going to separate. You are going to separate where Cool Herc started. Yes, you are going to separate.
I understand.
Yeah, you are going to separate. Yeah, you are going to separate.
I'm just trying to hear some KRS One joints.
And it ain't no joke. Down with the sound called BDP. Boogie down with the woman, and it ain't no joke. Love's gonna get you.
Yeah,
love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Ain't got, don't worry, we got 20. It's all good.
So that beat right there.
Jack of Spades was dope.
Jack of Spades. I only use that for Queen and Ivory Wayne soundtrack. Yeah. That's all I'm telling you.
Did he get a remix with Busta on this one too, right? Or
no,
did he?
Just in case you want some hardcore hip hop.
No.
But although that sounded off in New York, that drove all the way down the coast.
Come on, y'all, let's rock that.
Because I can remember that dropping in Arkansas.
No, people gonna fall asleep. They gonna fall asleep.
You're killing me. You're crazy. Duck down. What it takes.
Hey, y'all, rap said I'm on the mic and premieres.
Sounding off. Yeah, you don't want this problem. You don't want this smoke.
And so that went across the nation because it was a political record.
Sound like 1982 right here.
No, just let it play.
If you was born, if you was around in the 80s, you may know this one.
Let it play.
It just sounds so old school, but yeah.
Until he starts spitting.
Yeah.
You trying. I know you trying.
No, this is my joint right here, my philosophy.
No, don't play that. Keep it going. Because we already like 12 deep and we just hit my philosophy. Yeah, you want to talk about
again, again, you're talking about somebody. KRS-One is iconic.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Sam said, "Let it play."
Don't worry about it. Don't let it play. That's a Philly. What that is the underground Philly hate trying their best.
But I don't think that
y'all can bring that Lady B 1979 song up if y'all want.
You can't hate on KRS-One. I mean, I think that he transcended the New York barrier, and he was significant across all coasts.
The bottom line, any rapper who knows anything about hip hop knows KRS-One. You can put him top 5, dead or alive, no matter what. That's
absolutely, and still lyrically today.
You know, Kane had it on Smash though.
Yeah,
I can see somebody right now. I didn't say Kane didn't have it on Smash. First of all, they're not playing a hip hop song that fast anymore.
right.
A hip hop song is not getting played that fast. Yeah, this is a classic song.
I mean, Jay Black, maybe you could be
greatest hits.
He has arrived.
That's the Wrath of Cain.
Yeah.
Why you skimming, huh? Oh, you skimming. Is you skimming? Is that what you're doing?
Look, I did get a better vibe with Karis.
You're not making a good argument. You're not making a good argument.
This greatest hit album ain't the one. I don't know who made this greatest hits. I thought it was Yeah, we're gonna come back to Big Daddy Kane for a second.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back.
So I don't think, but see, again, like I said, I don't think that like an artist like that is a good matchup. Yeah, Kane had hits, but KRS-One, if you look over his whole catalog,
no, Kane has enough hits. It's just that Jay Black goes to greatest hits albums.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
Jay Black goes to greatest hits albums. He don't know nothing.
That's because he's a former music director, and that's.
I know, because that's what happens when you're a former music director. You lose touch with the streets. Because you got a tie on trying to listen to hip hop.
Yes.
I don't even know what that one is. So warm it up, Kane. Ain't no half stepping.
So Shawn Robinson.
He don't even know nothing about Pimpin' Ain't Easy. He don't even know about Pimpin' Ain't Easy. He was too busy trying to program songs that he thought they were hits.
So Shawn Robinson says, I heard both artists on Versus get the same money based on the higher value artist. Kane or KRS, which one is the higher value artist?
Who knows? Like that all subjective. Like
Kane is still torn heavily right now. So Kane.
I didn't know KRS-One has so much money in his net worth. I didn't know. I didn't know KRS-One was close to $5 million. But what I want to know, and I'm gonna ask Dr. Smith, what Philly artist is gonna be in the Versus? I'll wait.
What Philly artists can be in? I mean, Will Smith is probably the most known Philly artist of all time, right?
Will Smith is not.
Y'all got one that can be in the Versus.
We're not gonna do that.
Will Smith.
Y'all got Beans.
Are you talking about, like, of course, Beans? Absolutely. Him and Nori was talking about it. Beans was part of a movement with the whole state property.
That was a movement. Mm-hmm.
But no different than Dipset was a movement.
Oh, that's no different than Dipset was a movement? Really?
Dipset was a movement, just like state property was a movement. It was a unit.
Oh, got you. I'm still waiting for you to tell me who's going to be other than Beans. I just want y'all to name somebody who's going to be in the Versus. Other than Beans, I just want to know. I'm going to wait here.
Of course, Meek got 20. What are you talking about?
But he's a newer artist. So when you're talking about Versus,
Meek got 20. Versus. You're saying Versus.
Whoa.
And you know that's included Versus in
got 20. Meek Mill's got 20.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't even name 5.
Absolutely. No, I off the top. When you put people on pressure,
Don't go back to Flamers.
when you put pressure over somebody's
Now, Jay Black, don't go back to Flamers. You can't go back to the mixtape.
What? That's all part of it. That's versus.
I know.
What are you known for?
I know. But Flamers 1 and 2, like you can't go back to Flamers 1 and 2. And
Meek is still young. Now I'll wait. I'm still waiting on the verses.
It's not to discredit him as an artist at all.
At all.
One of my favorites.
He's got a fire album. He's got a fire album right now.
Even right now, yes.
Right now he's blazed out. All right, Jay, I'm still waiting.
No, I'm trying to get. We got to show love to our callers, our listeners. Ashley said, "Happy birthday!
Good morning,
everyone. Happy 18th birthday,
Ashley.
Yes.
Heavenly 45th.
Yes.
So,
no. Happy 18th
so, yes.
and happy heavenly 45th to your dad. Yes.
Kane and Rakim would be a better matchup.
Yeah, I think that. So, Stacey, absolutely right. I think that's more of an even kill versus putting them up against KRS-One.
No, because Rakim is more laid back. Big Daddy Kane's performance during the verses would be equal him and KRS-One. Rakim is so cool and laid back. I don't think Rakim should even take part in the verses. But I'm still waiting. But call Dr. Smith. Send him a link.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for?
So we're gonna save this until Friday.
Ready?
Meek got more than 20. I swear. I've been rocking with Meek for a long time.
No, I'm not saying that he doesn't. For his fan base. I'm not saying
I didn't ask you Drake. I said Meek. I didn't ask you Drake. I said Meek.
We didn't say. Oh, you said Drake. When you said
I didn't say Drake. Drake got 20. Drake got 20.
Drake got more than 20. So Shawn said Will Smith, Meek, Beans, Tough Crew can't do no verses.
I'm respectful. I think Will Smith is one of the most underrated rappers ever. He don't have 20 verses songs.
Will Smith, even if you didn't like him, they were hits.
I just said
how to play him.
He's one of the most underrated rappers. I said he's underrated. He don't have 20.
He can't play Getting Jiggy with it.
It's DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince,
right?
All the way up to Will Smith. It's still Will. What do
you
mean?
Gonna play? Verses? All right. So after you do "Parents Don't Understand" in summertime, and "Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble,"
he got even Get Jiggy with as much as
Wild West. I know Wild Wild West getting.
All right, you gonna play the Wild Wild West? So then you
I even played the Men in Black. I even played.
So listen. So with the Men in Black, Jiggy with it. Welcome to Miami.
7.
Parents Just Don't Understand. Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. The Brand New Funk.
8.
You at 6.
I'm at 8. That's 8. I counted 8. You just listed 8.
Where you going? After 8, where you going? We already named it.
I just wanted to put up some of the Will Smith joints.
We already named it.
That's 2, right? You're gonna say that's 2.
We already named it.
I got 2.
A Nightmare on My Street. You
Nightmare
remember that?
on My Street.
He has to play it. It wasn't a number 1. It was an album cut.
But it resonated down south too. So
okay. You can even play the theme to this.
4.
This might be the closer. No,
okay.
I'll give you that.
We got 4.
Everybody. This is.
I didn't argue. You got it.
That's 4.
No, but Summertime might have to be the closer.
5.
Okay.
But
he got hits. I'm trying to get you to 20. I'm trying to get you to 20.
5.
Just Cruising. I don't remember Just Cruising. I don't remember this one. I don't remember that one.
His own Philly artist. He don't remember.
I don't remember Just Cruising.
I do.
1,000 Kisses. With Jada Pickett. Yeah, he was just doing a song with Jada to give his wife some love. Yeah. This one don't count. We can't
keep moving.
Yeah. Here we go. This is the you gonna sing along to this one.
Yeah.
Got a Michael Jackson long intro though.
Hardcore.
Let me skip ahead. You'll be rocking, right?
Another one.
Go Will.
No.
Go Will.
7. Get jiggy with it.
Wait, I'm sorry I missed all these comments. We're not missing comments.
All right, so damn tough. Yes, we know Tough Crew. We know Tough Crew, homie. The Men in Black even got to do with dancing.
Miami.
8.
We named
Well,
it.
it just feels good music.
We
That's
named
what
it.
it,
Okay, we at 8.
freaking it. I don't know this one, real. I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna let that one slide. He did a joint with KC from KC and JoJo.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't play that. I would.
Say Black.
Fuego.
I wouldn't play that one.
Yeah, get
We're
that.
at 9. 9.
Now, mind you, the last 5 songs never got played at any club we were at. But go ahead.
We're at 9.
No.
No, that was during the 2000s.
Just the two of us.
That's
then
it.
10.
You remember that? You
We're
remember
at
that?
10. We're at 10.
Keep going.
Wait, well, this is the shortest, greatest his album. This one only stopped at 10.
Yeah.
This one,
You and your
That's
family.
it.
wait. No, I'm sure we missing. Wait,
You
brand
are
new funk.
missing.
Wait, it's too many.
You
Wait.
did it. 10.
Oh, you know why?
Brand New
Because I
Funk.
did Will Smith. I got to do Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince is what I got to do. That's what I have to do. Let me stop that. I got to do Jazzy
So that
Jeff
was 10.
and the
That was
Fresh Prince.
10. So take it back because you skipped some earlier joints.
He already did Brand New Funk. He already did Parents Don't Understand. He already did all those. We're done. We're
No,
finished.
we're not done. We're not
We're
done.
finished.
Wait a minute. What's this one? I can't beat Mike Tyson. Okay, we know. We did that one. Nightmare on My Street. We did. Oh,
We did that.
I still rap. I still
did
rap
not.
this every time it comes on. You gotta
I
go.
know, but
with-
we did that. We're still at 10. We're still at 10, homie.
I don't think that was in the 10.
That was in the 10. I named it. I was in the 10.
I don't think we named this.
He didn't play it, but we named it.
Next one.
So that's 11.
That's not 11. I named Brand New Funk in the beginning.
But he didn't play it. I didn't
We
count
named
it.
this.
You named Girls in the World Ain't Nothing But
Yes.
Trouble?
Yep.
We named it all in the beginning. Y'all doubling up.
A Touch of Jazz.
But not when he started playing the hits. Not when he started playing.
Yes, we named these all off the door. We named them all off the door.
Ring My Bell. The Magnificent Jazzy Jeff. I remember that one.
Magnificent. I am the magnificent.
It's funny. You already played it. How many times you gonna
No,
play
I'm just
it?
going through. I'm skimming through this. It's like
You know what's funny? We didn't have to do this with KRS-One. We didn't have to do this with KRS-One. We
Say
just,
Black,
we just,
you're not making a good cause.
we didn't have to do this with KRS-One. We just kept tapping them.
We
I'm
gonna
on the
fire
spot.
you.
I was just on the spot.
We about to get a call. We about to get a call from Charlie Mack just because of Jay Black.
Charlie
Like
Mack,
Jay, like
Yeah,
you messed it
tell
up.
Charlie Mack to his face that Will ain't got 20 joints. Yeah,
No,
How
got
about
20
that?
joints.
Let's do that. Let's get let's inbox. I'm gonna hit up Mac.
You know,
Let's
last time
get Charlie back on.
we almost got canceled because we said he couldn't be president. You remember that?
Oh yeah, the city. Yeah, Charlie Mack is the president of Philly. I give him that. All right, no, Will got joints though, and then there's other verses that he did on other people's joints. That
I'm just trying to figure out. Y'all still can't tell me. Like, I just love this hate for New York, but then just tell me who your verses are.
I don't have hate for New York. I just have appreciation for other music across the.
I absolutely do. I just need to know who's going to be on the verse. We named Beans.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Roots are amazing. I think Black Thought can battle any rapper, but I don't think they can do a versus.
The Roots can't do it. Stop it.
First of all,
the Roots can't do a versus.
First of
That's
all,
what Mike just said.
you don't know nothing about the Roots, Jay. You can't name.
About?
You know all the group members. You were not a Roots fan. You didn't go to the TLA to rock with the Roots.
I did.
You do not know six
multiple
Roots songs.
times.
So,
You don't know off the top of your head. You can't name 6 Roots songs. So stop.
See, here you go with the top of the head thing.
Don't look at your phone.
I'll go back to the I proceed. When I think of the Roots, I think the proceeds. I shall proceed. And continue to rock the mic.
Yes.
Like I think of that Roots. This is when I came up. That was my squad. That was my people. And then into the silent treatment, and then of course they got all the mainstream joints. But remember, I went to school with one. I went to school with one of the members. So
I know.
I was in that mix.
Know all the members. What mainstream joints other than the one that Erykah Badu sung the hook?
So
and with E was on that one, which everyone out when you start trying to put pressure to name off the top of
I know.
Is
So
the title.
while you're thinking of titles, true story, Michael Shawn, when I first came to Philly, the first person I met on the train was Amir from the Roots. And I had no idea who the Roots was. And he looked at me like I had two heads. He was like, you don't know who the Roots are? And yes. Like I was trying to give a fun fact to give you more time to
no, Adrenaline. Dice Raw. I forgot all about Dice Raw. Was down with the Roots for a stretch. But what they do, that was one of the mainstream joints that everybody. But the Roots absolutely can do a versus. But you would have to be on that the common, that lane.
So then, who would you put up? Right. So who would you put
in
a versus with them?
The Roots can't do a versus because the Roots, there's not another hip hop band. They're by themselves, so they have to go by themselves.
So you're saying you would put Black Thought up against someone?
Black Thought can battle any rapper in the world. Mm-hmm. Like Black Thought can battle any rapper in the world. They black. Wait a minute,
please. On his heart. Like oh yeah, because I the Roots. That was my era. That was
not your era. That was not your era. No,
that was
the only songs you listen to that were the hip hop songs that got addressed by radio stations.
You're bugging.
Y'all, you was not there at the TLA rocking with them when they was rocking the live band. You did not have the live album. You did not have the live.
I've never been to the TLA. I wasn't backstage hanging out. In there vibing out.
You did not have the live album.
Yes, and before the TLA, wasn't that?
Now I'm going to reach out to me and Kamal is probably the closest because we Kamal is
not at the Black Lily with Jill Scott.
The Black Lily on the little sidewalk.
And Music Soul Child and Jaguar Wright. He was not there.
Shout out to Jaguar.
He was a thug. He was Rockefeller. He was not rock. I was there. I was doing a night show with him. I know where me and Ryan Banks was at.
I was there. I was so there.
That's a Ryan
and now my mission, I'm gonna reach out. We're gonna get one of the members on. Matter of fact, we should I'm gonna try to get one of each of them on, at least the top three because
it wasn't for the mix show DJs. If it wasn't for the one Eric about the one song and the mix show DJs, the Roots weren't getting love on the radio the way they should have.
No, that's true. They wasn't getting radio love.
I was playing their drops. I was playing the hip hop. I was playing that drop from Black Thought.
All right, we're gonna have the Roots on. We're gonna get at least one member. I know for sure I can get Kamal. He's one plays the keys, and they on Jimmy Fallon every night. So they still relevant, and it's still.
I didn't say they weren't. I said I named Beanie and I named the Roots.
Dave said Jaguar Wright sucks. That's Mike's girl. That's Mike's girl. No, that's Mike's girl right there. Don't talk about Jaguar.
Jaguar got a.
Technically, vocally, out of everybody in Philly, Jaguar Wright was the one.
She is dope.
She self-destructed.
She was better than Jill. She was better than Jilly.
All day, every day, all day.
We're talking about as an artist. Yeah, we talking about as an artist. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, vocally, Jaguar Wright is a beast.
Yeah.
Vocally, I'm not talking about what they did professionally, acting, the songs, the albums that were produced. Jill Scott obviously is iconic. I'm just saying.
I wasn't at the lily pad. I wasn't at the TLA.
It's lily pad. It's the Black Lily. What is wrong with you?
I call it that. That's my name that I call it. I call it the lily pad. I gave it a nickname. I wasn't rocking with EST and 3 Times Dope with the Roots. That was our run. We had a run. That was fun. Like what? Now you got me. Philly was it.
Jay was not part of the. First of all, Jay was not part of the Backpackers. He was never. He was not fluid on. He was not on Fluid on Tuesdays. He was not doing that. I was in them streets with them. You was not doing that. Jay was a corner boy. He was a corner boy.
Well, we got our guest. We got our psychic here. I wonder if he's into Philly hip hop. I wonder if he really knows who the Roots are.
No, he should put cards on Jay Black. Jay Black trying to find somebody from Philly for verses. That's what he needs to do.
I just said Will Smith, Meek Mills, Beanie Siegel. That's 3 right there.
First of all, only person is Beanie. We just hit Will Smith's biggest songs and we didn't get to 11.
No, I stopped. I
You
stopped.
had to. There's nothing left.
I got distracted, but the
There's
reality
nothing
is,
left.
I stopped.
There's absolutely nothing. You know what? Will Smith can do a verses with movies with anybody, but we ain't doing no verses with just 20 songs.
He got him. But either way, let's bring in our guest. This what do you say? Jaguar, right? Jaguar is upset at Jill Scott and Erykah Badu because Jaguar career isn't hot.
We're
Like
not
that.
talking about careers, Dave.
Not career wise, just as an artist.
Freeway
And
got
I
20.
love Freeway. I don't think Freeway can't do a verses. I love Freeway. I love all of those guys.
I don't see 20. Is the state property as a movement?
As
Yes,
a movement,
property.
yeah,
That's
has
reverse.
20.
If you do state property, they can definitely do that. And Beans can definitely do that. And Beans bringing state property can definitely, do a versus. Like, I don't think Nori could play with Beans in a versus. Like, that's why I don't think that ever happened. I don't think Nori has enough songs to play with Beans.
Now I'm on a mission to get some Philly. Chris and Neve. I'm all right. We're gonna get some. All right, now I'm on a mission. All right, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going out and
then I'm gonna look like the hater. When this whole thing started, I'm gonna look like the hater. When this whole thing started based on people hating New York, and I'm sitting there going like, I don't know why. I just don't get it. All right, y'all go to the psychic. I'll be back. I'm gonna take a black and mild break, but y'all keep rocking.
Oh wait. You want us to get started with it? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
welcome.
Good morning, Dexter.
Good morning.
Dexter, how are you? You can hear us?
What's going on? I'm
okay.
good.
There we go.
We
can hear you.
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mom?
No, I was going to tell him he looks like he's on vacation, like he's getting some sunshine, and you're glowing.
Yeah, I was in the Bahamas with Richard Branson and friends. He just started his Virgin Voyage cruise line this week.
Oh, amazing!
So he invited some of his friends and family on board. I'm not there now, but I'm in a hotel in Baltimore. But yeah, so it was great. It was a great opportunity to build with a really amazing guy.
That's
I used to work
amazing.
I used to work in the spa on cruise ships. So I was visiting my fellow acupuncturists in the spa and some of my former colleagues who are still on. Yeah,
that's
man.
why we vibe.
You know how you like to have a good time. I like to have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And spas are my vice. So that everybody has their thing that they spend money on. Some people like to golf. Some people like to collect things. I like to get rubbed on. Like I like a nice massage, a nice relaxing. I'm not the 30-minute. I need like a full 90-minute to 2-hour session. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, you're going to get your money's worth. I mean, you're really going to have a spa experience when you do that kind of time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it enough, to be honest. I don't think
you
we do it
get away enough
in Western society.
Well, no, just the spa.
Yeah, I don't feel like we go to spas and treat ourselves or take care of ourselves in that way enough.
My body's in the best condition, I think, if I get an hour massage like every week. When I was doing that, sometimes I would get 2 a week, for an hour session. Wow. And my body was in the best just alignment. Mentally, I was able to just, be calm and just, people say, oh, I don't want nobody touching on me, or I'm particular about people touching on me, but it's not that. It's really a holistic experience. And yeah, I'm glad you brought me back to that, because I do need to get back to having that more consistently.
I want to get back to him saying
the most.
That he said that he was hanging with Richard Branson. We just gonna skate over that.
We're not gonna skate over that. I didn't want
like that's what we doing. We hanging with billionaires.
Well, and he's the coolest guy. I mean, he wore sneakers that you and I probably wouldn't buy or touch, right? He was wearing sneakers that we probably don't think are fly. He had on regular stonewash jeans that my dad wears and just a beat up t-shirt like almost every time I saw him. And yet he's the owner of an entire cruise line and airline and went to space. Spaceship. Yeah, right. They went to space. I mean, and he even we were on the beach and he came and lit the bonfire and just he thanked all of his staff. I was there visiting one of the staff members, so he was just really cool. And even though he was trying to get away after coming to light the bonfire, this big event, he was still stopping to take pictures with people. You could tell he had to go, but he was just so polite, and it was humbling to be in the presence of somebody who for all intents and purposes, materially, we might have a level of respect for, but he was inspirational because he was still human. And I think that's
Wow.
our goal in life, to remain human and accessible as a human, regardless.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why
That's
that's interesting to me.
amazing.
All right, so I'm gonna share something that we haven't shared, and I don't because I saw that she actually posted this on Facebook. So one of our members have been sick, hasn't been here for a little bit, and they've been battling COVID. Our beloved and our love Shani
Yeah,
Scott has
wow.
COVID. She's been gone. I was planning saying that, hey, she's on the island somewhere vacationing, but she has COVID. Her birthday is 11/6. What do you see for our Shani? How fast is the recovery? What are you feeling for Shani right now?
My recommendation would be, I mean, it's important to understand that I am also a doctor of Chinese medicine. So it's important to understand that, like, there's no cure for any virus. I do see some coughing, but that's actually from her. I'm seeing that she can help to make it productive. Hopefully she can call me. But if anybody is ever experiencing a dry cough, which has a tendency to show up with COVID symptoms when people have coughs, you can use honey, which is a natural expectorant, and it can help soften and bring up mucus. It's better when you have it with hot water. There are some other things that you can do. Also, just drinking hot water with steam, taking a steam bath if you have the strength. Those things are natural ways that we help to moisten the lining of the lungs. And we understand that just COVID creates a significant amount of inflammation, which is heat, which dries up this area, or can cause you not to be able to expel fluid, and then it can build up in your lungs. So the key for her is really to take care of herself. I am seeing her doing a bit of coughing. So that's one of the things that I would probably say. Do I think she's going to get over it? Absolutely.
Good.
Amen.
Good. That's what I needed to hear. That portion of it. Yeah, it's been a struggle. So yeah, we praying for our girl Shani, and of course, as Tam said, the girls praying that everything works out and continuing that road to recovery, because we miss her. If anybody miss her more than me, I don't know.
Absolutely, because you cannot do what Shawnee does.
No, I can't. And you know what? It's funny, moments like this, her having COVID and not being here, showing me she's dope. Like all the stuff she do that I don't even see that she do, and being a superwoman mother that she is. So yeah, so Shani, we praying, and COVID is real, people. And I was nervous because I know she beat cancer. She so that pre-existing is there, and it's like, oh, she's not vaccinated. She's been doing the natural aspect, so I was a little concerned. So, but good stuff. Thanks for the insight, Dex. All right, so where are we going? Where were we going next with some more questions?
So I'm a heads up. This week, when I was away, I didn't take my other device with me, so. I only have this device here. I know typically we do this and Instagram. So you guys let me know where I could best.
Well, Mike is not doing Instagram. Yeah, Mike's having technical difficulties. He don't know how to work his laptop. He can't.
Okay. Okay, perfect. We're on the same page then. It's fine.
Yes.
Mike, I hope it gets fixed soon.
I hear y'all.
His stuff is messed up, but he still can tell everybody where to go. He's a sign language.
He's working through some things. Action got it. What Action say 10/10? Dex does the birthday this weekend. Oh, it is 10. Oh wow, 3 days. What do you see for him for next year? It's not kind of generic, but what do you see for Action?
Yeah, it's cool. Once again, I think it's important to understand that, like, a birthday is literally a New Year celebration. It looks like you're working on your relationships this year, and you're practicing saying sorry. I don't know if that seems to be hard for you. That seems to be something you struggle with in some way. Recognizing that you may not have had the correct answer, or that your approach. There's a lot of going out and coming back in when it comes to communication, as far as you're concerned. And I think it puts you in a position where people actually are willing and interested in listening to what you have to say the first time, because there's a shift in attitude. You're opening your heart space in a way that is going to allow people to what's the word I want to say? Relate to you a little bit more and start sharing things too. Because there seems to be some energy over top of you about finding things out last or something like that. There's some kind of energy over top of you where you might feel like, you don't know, and other people share stuff with you later, or you find it out, without looking for it. But people are going to be inviting you into conversations that previously they've been keeping you out of. Let's keep it real. There must be an energy over top of you that has been exclusive to other people.
So actions always last to find out. Yeah, it's always last.
That's the end. He seems like, I'm just seeing him seeming to be like shocked that certain people that didn't share things with him, etc. and there's a reason for that. People share information with certain information with people they're comfortable with. You know, we decide how to filter our information. So I see people's filter opening for him more.
Cool. So we got another one here before we go to Mike's. 619. What direction, Sequisa, do you see her going with her medical practices?
You're going to be joining a group, but this decision doesn't seem to come until March of next year, and it looks like for some reason it must be something that you have been against in some way. But this number 4 of Pentacles is saying you're becoming concerned with money, and I don't know if you have a scarcity mindset, but I feel like there's some changes that you want to see taking place as far as your wallet is concerned, and as far as being able to stay afloat. And it looks like you're going to be making some decisions that previously you were closed to, and it's going to open up your wallet in a certain way. So it doesn't mean any decision we make doesn't even have to stay there, but we have to realize what our next step is. And I think that, like I said last week, the week of the 8th, we should all be, while Mercury is retrograde, and we should all be receiving our next steps in our assignment right now. So this week is going to be offering some clarity. I don't see this happening for you until March, but it's coming. And can I say something else on a side note? I gave a reading to my friend abroad, and she, the whole time she was talking about her love life to me. I do get things last, but I don't get the big piece of chicken still.
But I do get the big. He still get it. It's funny, always a joke. I'm sorry. Go ahead. And he said, "What abroad?" Well, Mike, you missed it. He was hanging with Richard Branson. Mike, that's where he was. He's on the islands hanging with billionaires. Oh, Mike's still trying. Go ahead.
So I was telling she was telling me about her love life the whole time, and she was, in love with this guy and felt like they were in a gray area. And so we did a reading with her. I did a reading with her on her YouTube channel, and she was saying, I told her that she's gonna be pulling away from that relationship in April, and she said, "Well, did I tell you that in the conversation?" And I said, "You told me that you were considering pulling away from him, but you didn't set the date yet." And the very next day, because he was, I believe he was second in command of the ship to the captain, the guy that she's in love with. And the very next day, she said, "Oh my God, he's leaving in 2 weeks, and he's not coming back until April. But I'll be gone home by then. I'll be in another country by then." And I said, I told you so. And it wasn't just the told you so that was like the biggest deal, but it was that she was doubting the information. What is that?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to mute Mike. He's
over there troubleshooting again, and
got you. So it was that she was trying to doubt the information because it wasn't what she wanted to hear, and then she got confirmation within 24 hours. I was so grateful because I wasn't going to be on this ship for long. So anyway, just long story short.
All right, I was going to ask for Mike, but we'll come back and give his birthday and his technical issues. And Tam had a question too for him. Kathy had one. Oh, go ahead. You got something on first? Go.
No. Go ahead. By all means, the guest.
Kathy, you're next, Mo. 1014. Are you a Baltimore? Because you're in Baltimore. Are you a Ravens fan? One. Yeah. And what does the season look like? Super Bowl.
So I am a Ravens fan because I've been in Baltimore for a while. Don't ask me to name the roster, right? But I like, home team sports. I'm here for it.
That's what Michael said. You can't name 3 players. You can't. I bet you can.
I'm glad I took the preemptive strike and just put it all out there on the table. Also, I told you Eagles weren't going to the Super Bowl a few weeks ago. Do you remember that?
That's what we're going.
That's what we're going to do in here. That's what we're doing right now.
My cousin was at their game on Sunday. She couldn't come on the cruise with me because she had that game already paid for, and she was like, "They lost," and I said, "Perfect. Thank you for telling me this." Not that I'm against Eagles, but thank you for telling me this because I had predicted that they weren't going to be seeing. You remember that?
Thanks.
Am I right?
No, I appreciate the reminder. Thanks.
Okay.
I still got hope.
I know it stings, but I gotta do what I gotta do for my credibility. So as far as the Ravens are concerned, what does the season look like this year? Something happens to them after their 6th game. I think they lose a player. They lose an important person. So no, they're not going to be making the Super Bowl this year. But I think they're still going to give it their all. They lose somebody important.
After week 6, they lose. Well, they done lost all their running backs already. That was week 1 and 2.
See, so this season is a season of hardship for them. Sad to say. Damn, I didn't want to look into this because I actually was, I like to get excited, but now you guys are asking me to predict it, and I don't know, probably won't watch this now. I think it's interesting too. Speaking of the Super Bowl, the lineup. I think that the lineup is so interesting. It's like Mary and Dre and Eminem and
I
Kendrick
thought you was about to
Lamar.
give us the Super Bowl prediction.
Yes.
I was about to start betting right now. So you talking about the Dr.
Dre?
Dre halftime show with Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg, Dr.
thought that
Dre,
was interesting.
Kendrick, Mary, Eminem.
How kind of I don't know. I guess we're being pulled back. People of color being pulled back into supporting the NFL, which is totally fine. But I thought that was interesting. All these people getting together. It's going to be a good show. I think it'll be better than Shakira and J-Lo.
Oh, you think this is all part of the Kaepernick, the kneeling and that drama that they embracing more of the urban?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to understand this is marketing. Jay-Z keeps reminding us he's a businessman. He keeps reminding us, his moves are marketing moves and business moves. So this really has nothing to do with social justice. But I think the optics for people is like, well, these are my favorite artists. There's no way I can't watch this. When really, if you're against watching it, just don't watch it. But I'll probably check it out. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like the NFL is a business, and businesses often, treat their employees like shit. And if you want to keep taking the check, then you understand what you signed up for. So
right
there you go. You understand where they stand, and they understand where you stand. You keep showing up for the paycheck, and a lot of us do it, right? It's a job. It's a job.
Right.
So. Yeah. I don't do Super Bowl predictions because if there are bets going on, once again, I can't profit from it. So my guide that's not even something I could get. Sadly.
Wins and losses, Jay Black. Wins and losses. Come on, say it with me.
So Michael Shawn is March the 2nd. She wants to know, will he continue to do the Takeover Legend show? Because he's so frustrated right now with his laptop. Like, she loves the show.
Y'all better enjoy every minute.
It's like leaving us.
Y'all better enjoy every minute of this.
March Facebook had the same problem, right? The other day, Facebook was down, WhatsApp was down, Instagram was down. It happened. And under Mercury retrograde, it's not uncommon for electronic devices and things that we use for communication to act a little bit wonky and off. And it doesn't always mean that it's going to be broken forever. See, look, yeah.
My Apple Watch will not pair, and they told me yesterday at the Apple store that I might as well buy another one because the battery, something's going on with the battery, and my phone, it was acting funny. So I think just technology-wise, period, we're just not having a good week, Michael Shawn.
Yeah.
So please do not quit the show.
Yeah,
please do not quit the show. We need you.
We do. We really do.
Still all professional. Well, Mo, you're the designated reason why Mike
still all professional sports in America has never in the history there been hired a black commissioner. Why do 99% of black media refuse to talk about it publicly? Well, I think that's something that we've discussed in the past. We talked about the racial inequity in sports across the board.
Do the TOLs? I think that with the commission, I think the owners all vote to see who wins, and you got the majority of white owners.
Right.
I don't know if you're ever going to have a black commissioner. I really want to hear Mike's thoughts on that.
Unless he's part of the good old boys club.
Mike is really passionate about topics as such. Speaking, Mike.
Y'all not gonna stop watching.
Right.
No, we're not.
Right.
No.
So why should they make a drastic change?
Right.
If ain't nobody gonna stop watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Kaepernick got blackballed just for trying to rock out 4 people, and didn't nobody stop watching it. So
that's true.
I mean, it's the same old dynamic that has been since the conception of this country. BET got sold to a white company.
Yeah,
and they still
it shows.
Yeah,
gone are the days of Donnie Simpson and
wow.
Man. I mean,
after that,
the biggest hip hop station in Dallas that I work for is owned by a white man.
Facts. All right, Mo, where you going? You want to pull up another one, Mo, before you got one?
Sure. Yes.
Go for it.
Yes.
You got a question?
Oh, okay. So for me, I'm gonna try this again. So for me, I have been, how you sitting there and something drops or in another room, or you put something up and it falls and there's no way it could have fell. Why? I just need to know, is there anyone from the other side trying to contact me? or trying to tell me something?
That's a good question.
You see anyone around me that's trying to?
During the autumn, during the season of letting go, like a lot of our loved ones right now are like closer, especially because we're coming up upon certain holidays that remember the dead, right? Day of the Dead, which is a Mexican holiday on November 1st.
Right.
Halloween, we just celebrate the dark season, which is the end of a cycle. And so our loved ones are just closer now seasonally. There seems to be somebody, it feels like it's a relative. I feel like I'm not sure. I feel like it's an uncle. I feel like it's an uncle who might have been married because they're coming as a pair. And so there seems to be like movement happening in your kitchen. Did any uncle of yours cross over that you were close to? And sometimes it could take a minute. I know, because you never know what somebody's going to say.
Yeah. So I've had uncles pass away that I was closer to in my younger years, but not as of late.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. It can certainly be somebody from a previous state. Give me a second. Okay. Something about the way you've been cooking. Have you been cooking fast food lately, or have you been like making food on the run?
I'm always on the run.
Okay. So have you been making sandwiches, or is this like PB&J, or what is this?
No. I make my son's lunch every morning, whether he eats it or not. And I'm always racing to get on the show and do it before everything starts up. So
there's an energy over you of what's the word I want to say? There's an energetic imprint that you seem to be leaving in the kitchen that's like in a rush, and like I feel like there's trying to send you some kind of a reminder to slow down. Have you been forgetting things too? There's mentioning something like either forgetting things or misplacing some things? You just seem really scattered.
Well, my passport. I had to drive to Buffalo from New Jersey to get my passport because I tore up my whole entire house, and now my house is not as organized as it was because I turned over everything looking for it.
Was that uncle in particular married? Or did he have like a lady friend? Okay, because they're coming as a pair, and that's why I'm like, you asked, because I kept saying uncle, but then I say a woman, and I was like, am I supposed to say aunt? But he kept reinforcing uncle. It's just really just reminders. They are seeming to like be sending you reminders.
Are they telling me to clean up and get back to being organized?
Well, this uncle he's kind of saying that too, but he seems to be really polite. Like he seems to be polite, but like, if you ask him a question, he'll give you an honest answer. I don't know if you remember any of that type of energy coming.
Yes.
He's kind of like, well, he was like, kind of like, well, that too. His head actually leaned to the side when you said that. Just since you brought it up, kind of that too. So that's about it. Just to kind of remember to pause or to slow your pace, especially if you're losing and misplacing things.
Okay. Well, to shift gears, I have one more question. Financial question. What does my financial look like within the next 6 months? Yes, I did. I forgot my makeup, Dexter, as you see the face.
She lost all her makeup, and apparently it costs a lot of money. I don't know what makeup costs, but she
at the hotel.
It.
Look at this. Not lost it. I forgot it at the hotel.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Kathy, for helping to clarify.
Thank you.
The reading.
I forgot that too, Kathy.
Well, it's a lot going on right now for you, and that's cool. Just financially in the next 6 months. Okay. One of the things that I'm seeing you doing is like you seem to be buckling down on your spending. That seems to be one of the things that's showing up for you. Also, I think too, it's because there seems to be some desire to create some more movement for yourself. So it looks like you're wanting to do, I don't know if this is like travel, but it looks like you want to do more away from and outside of the house. I don't know if you're getting cabin fever or what it is, but
I'm catching a flight today at 5:00.
Yeah. So there's a lot more of that happening, and it looks like you're going to be padding like either movement fund or vacation fund or something like that. But there seems to be a good amount of movement coming up for you over the next 6 months financially, which causes you to be a little bit more conservative with your day-to-day spending. That's the biggest thing I see right now.
All right, pull up another one. Look like the comments of TL Gang. It was one from Mustafa I missed. I wanted to go back to. All right, while are we waiting for me to pull up these comments? Searching Michael Shawn's anger management. Did you see anything from March 2nd? Michael Shawn with his anger, like him controlling. Is there any tips or something he should be focused on?
Don't say control, because I'm gonna have him read both of y'all asses. J Black, don't say control.
I feel bad for my brother. I feel bad for him.
You mean for his laptop scenario?
Yeah, he's a little frustrated. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Do you see him relaxing and calming down? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Eventually, he does kind of walk away from it and let it breathe. Right now, he can't seem to let it go.
That's what he
Seems to
does.
be
Yeah.
very helpful in his mind, but in a minute, he's gonna be he'll move on.
That's
You
him.
know, we got 10 more minutes.
All right.
Mo gonna spit dirt. We out of here.
Shawn,
I'm thinking maybe it's the microphone. Maybe but the weird thing about the microphone is that I had a short where you couldn't hear me, but now you'll be able to hear me, but I can't hear them. It's weird. That's why I'm baffled right now, because there was a meter here that I was raising up and I could hear them, and then it would go directly back down, and then it disappeared.
This is all of that negative energy. I told y'all this is nothing but forces working against us. Michael, Shawn, we are here to stay. We ain't going nowhere.
All right. Shawn said 416. What do you see as a career path? Like, I guess I don't know if that's trying to figure out a career path or should she change a career path?
Well, there seems to be some research coming your way. So I don't know if the work you're doing involves research or if this is indicating that you want to do some researching on some kind of a project or industry that you're trying to get into. I'm also seeing a good amount of writing on the way. So I don't know if you have been writing something or if you've been wanting to write something and not necessarily knowing when to get started. But also, too, I'm seeing this number 6 over top of you, which is indicative of training. And what's happening, too, is you're going to have to make a choice. The Wheel of Fortune card always indicates that we have to make a choice. Doesn't indicate a right or wrong of the choice, but whatever choice we make will have significant consequences for the next 3 months. So right now, as I was just indicating, as we're all kind of receiving our assignments, perhaps, Sexy Mo has to go get another watch, perhaps I don't even want to say it because Mike's going to choke me out, but, perhaps we have to consider some other alternatives of technology, for just hard times or just as a just in case, right? Or maybe we just have to learn how to go with the flow. So it looks like for you, what is this, Mustafa? It looks like there seems to be something coming up as far as writing is concerned and study. So that's one of the things I'm seeing. Because your question wasn't specific, the answer that I'm going to get is going to be an answer that kind of points you in the direction, but it's not going to be super specific.
Gotcha. Kelly J is having a rough year. She says 8-2. What will the rest of this month look like for her? It's been rough so far. The rest of October.
Oh, okay. You're going to have a really good cry very soon. I don't know if you have a tendency to hold in your emotions, but there's a flood of emotion that seems to be coming out, and it's much needed for you. It's a release. Also, too, I see you turning toward family to kind of lean on and have some really good conversation with. You have a heart-to-heart coming up with somebody who you trust. I feel like it's another female. So.
And then you said that the retrograde is happening. Is this something that we could do now to ease the retrograde or make things easier during this cycle, this period?
Yeah, well, things should actually be getting easier this week after the 8th. We're actually going to be flowing with the movement of, things breaking down, requiring our attention, things slowing us down, things requiring us to look backward so that we can take stock of where we've been so that we can get our next action steps forward. It's really all downhill from here in a good way, meaning there's no more new material that should be coming up. There shouldn't be many more breakdowns in communication or with regard to technology after this week. Thank God.
And that's after the 8th. So after tomorrow, which is Friday. So, okay, starting the weekend. You said after the 8th, right? Okay.
And
but
Kelly
I received my assignment this week.
Kelly says, "Oh my God, I do. I've been holding in so much." So she's saying that she does need a good cry, like a good release.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kelly.
She said, Dexter, you saying that just made me cry. Not a big one, but I know it's coming.
Yeah.
We'll get it all out.
It's there, tears are a real blessing because they're an opportunity for us to release built up energy that can block our ability to see our next steps. It really can block our vision. So there's a point actually on the body that we use in acupuncture called receive tears, and it's right here underneath our eyeball.
Wait, so it's not medically? Is something true to that? Like, I don't cry. So you're saying crying is good and it does something to you, for you?
Oh my God! If you don't have a good cry, either from inspiration or whenever there's a buildup of emotion, then yes, it can block your vision.
Oh
Absolutely.
my goodness! So you mean to
It
tell
also
me?
can it also
Jay
can
Black is
affect your
blind.
physically. Yeah.
I don't believe that. Not that I don't believe you, Dex, but I need to go do more research on that. That crying is healthy and it's good for you to cry. It does something for you. Wow, that's interesting to me.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. Like, I'm surprised that we're not having these conversations enough with regard to our spiritual wellness, that our emotions become our physical issues.
So question. I took a hot yoga class, right? It was a hot bar class. And for whatever reason, at the end of the hot bar class, when they gave me a really cold towel, I was crying and sobbing uncontrollably. And I could not explain it because I'm not a crier. Like,
You were cold.
Huh?
You were cold.
No, like it was the weirdest experience ever. And I've never been able to explain that. So is that because it was like a physical and emotional release?
Yeah, physical release always triggers, always makes way for the emotions to come to the surface. And
I had no idea.
And the emotions don't have to be attached to an event. Those emotions are stored emotions. So if you were having an experience where you're releasing, which opening the pores, right? A hot experience is opening the pores, moving the body into certain positions releases hidden traumas that we can store in different areas of our bodies, from our armpits to our elbows to our knees and shoulders, our hips, even our lower back. They're free. We free them up, and when they're free, they have to come out somehow. Sometimes they come out through tears, but that just indicates that the energy is moving again.
Yeah, because I always tell people I only cry, allow myself so many minutes to cry per every 6 months. I like to save my tears for important moments. I don't like to cry over frivolous things, and so maybe I need to go back to crying more.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, who actually conserves their tears? Like,
I do. I do. Everybody asks me about that.
A lot of people do.
Because I feel like if with grieving, for me personally, if I'm grieving over a situation or a person that's really near and dear to my heart, if I grieve too much, I physically get sick. Like, it physically takes a toll on me.
Sometimes crying ain't got nothing to do with grieving.
Exactly.
I know, but
I was going to make that point.
Crying doesn't have anything to do with grieving.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be grieving or sad, right, about something. That's what makes you cry. You just
cry because you're happy.
No. I find that certain pieces of music inspire, like, really just kind of bring a flood of good feelings that result in tears too. That's a buildup of joy. Any buildup can produce tears. Any buildup of any emotion, from fear to worry to anxiety to joy to grief, all of them can.
You ain't really had good sex until you cried in the middle of orgasm.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he was joking or not.
I mean, I haven't. I guess I've not had mind-blowing sex thing, because I've never cried.
Cry in the middle of sex.
I've never.
No, I'm asking Mike. Are you saying that
Mike
you had that experience?
No, I'm telling y'all, I'm on another level. That's why y'all need me on the show.
You ain't crying. Nobody ever cried with you. Nobody ever cried while you.
Y'all ain't on my sensory level. Y'all ain't on my sensory level.
So Mike, you're saying that you have cried in the middle of a orgasmic release.
If you have never cried with your partner, you ain't really doing it.
Wow. Oh. My cousin said that happened with him and a female that he hooked up with. He said she just started crying like in the middle of the session, and it freaked him out. So it can happen, but once again, it's a release of a buildup.
And don't you believe in soul ties, like sexual soul ties, like when you're physically giving yourself to someone? So maybe she was in the middle of some type of connection.
But that was a release for her, so that was old material. He knocked something loose.
He did. I'm sure he knocked something loose.
It's something true to this. Wait, Queenborn says that it's the birthday girl. She says she's cried from a great orgasm, scared her the first time it happened. You just bust out in tears. It was just that good. Wow.
Wow.
Any buildup of an emotion will create and release. Also, any buildup of an emotion, and building up to a climax is also a buildup. So any buildup to an emotion brings everything with it, like a flood, which is why we associate this lower area in front of our bladder in Chinese medicine to be associated with our sex drive and libido. And there's practices we do to enhance our libido, bring it back to life, make it go deeper, further, stronger, whatever.
Oh wow!
I see people cry when they get angry. They can be so mad and they arguing and they crying not out of weakness but out of anger. And I do see people crying when they're mad. Mo, that you'll cry when you're angry.
It comes up.
I have, yes. But I'm centered now. I don't get that angry. I'm very, very, very a let it go type of person. I don't want to get gray hair yet. So I feel like if I just don't feed into that negative energy and I keep it here, I'm not saying I don't get mad, because I do get mad, but if I just keep it here and I let it go and I don't hold it in, or take it with me, then I'm good.
Yeah, understand.
Good. I ain't gonna say I don't fight. I'm still not prone to fight. But no, I really I make a very conscientious effort to make sure that I try to stay like here and not get up to here, because I realize the older that you get, that it also takes a toll on your body. And on your health. It does. So I try.
And I think one of the ways that we also help, whenever somebody tells me, they don't go to a 10 anymore, that also indicates that you are being very clear with people, because it's still that energy has to come out, but it doesn't have to come out at a 10. If we're saying what we mean and mean what we say, we actually don't usually have to go, to a 10.
When I smile like this and I start talking to you like this, it doesn't mean that I'm pleasant. It just means that in my mind, I'm organizing like my feelings right now, and I'm keeping them in check.
Look, like Jacqueline says, she cried after watching a new Dave Chappelle special on Netflix. I mean, I don't know. Is that out of? That seems. I guess maybe something struck a chord, probably.
Right. That makes.
Well, she wants you to explain, not me. I don't know.
Well, but you hit the nail on the head, literally. I mean, when we're talking about chords, like emotional material, chord is a trigger, right? A chord is, when somebody's strumming a instrument, they're triggering a movement, a vibration. And so clearly there was a vibration. I've not seen Dave Chappelle's show. I'm not familiar with what it's about, the special that is. But if something was triggered, then it perhaps brought up some emotion that she could relate to. Because usually when something strikes a chord, it's because it reminds us of an experience that we've had or something that we've not visited with for a while. And Mercury retrograde also can bring up material from the deeper hidden parts of our mind, things that we don't often process or think about. So it's not uncommon happening during this time.
Let's see if we can help Mark out.
Mark says, August 3rd, there has been a bump in my marriage. Do you see things getting better? That's my sister's birthday.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Right now, Mark, as a Leo, and all of you as a Leo, and all of the Leos their relationships are being tested until March of 2023. It actually began
March
last
of 2023.
Year. So you might have noticed last year that it might be periods of time where there's a bit of a disconnect between you and your wife. And so one of the things I see is after February, things seem to kind of flow a little bit easier. Right now, we're kind of headed into some things are happening in your horoscope that indicate that it might be a little challenging now, but it's not going to last. In fact, let me take a look real quick at my.
I was about to say, can they break up and get back together after March of 2023? Like,
No. That's not going to happen. This is not the first time they've had bumps in their marriage. So one of the things that I'm saying is in December things seem to be lighter, but by February, literally, you guys kind of come out of a bit of a awkward space.
Can they go to therapy?
Sure, you can go to therapy.
So they're not in turmoil all that long. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
time.
December is not that far. It's just now October. But if the relationship is showing that it is in distress, it's always a good idea to perhaps get a third party perspective, right? And that's what therapy is.
Yeah, Mike's in distress right now.
Mike is in distress right now.
I know
he was so frustrated this
on
morning.
and on.
And to see that he's
Mark,
helpless. He's like,
yes,
he's
Mark.
helpless. We couldn't help him. And he was just angry. And I'm like, Mike, is you on your? And I try not to poke the bear, but
don't poke the bear, please. Don't poke the bear. We would like to keep this show.
It's fun.
Don't poke the bear.
Mark said, "Thanks, Dex. We have tried. They have tried, man."
So let me tell you about. Going to different therapists. Mark, you may have tried. Maybe it didn't work with that therapist. So maybe try another one. Maybe it wasn't a good fit. Dexter projected into 2023. That's a long time.
No, I just until February of next year.
Okay. I thought you said.
But you said there's still going to be some rocky roads they may go through. Oh, okay. Well, it's a February. Get through February. Get through these holidays.
Yeah.
Get through these holidays. That's where it's going to be.
Well, the holidays always bring like a movement of joy anyway, which kind of helps to clear the just like snow clears the pollen and mold from the air. Like that, the season of winter really has a cleansing energetic. So really, just wait for it. Honestly.
All right. Yeah, Mike is frustrated. I think we should. Dex, I appreciate you, Dex. Like I said, I love having you on. The people love having you on. You get a lot of good psychic insight. I wanted to ask about the medium aspect. That always intrigued me, speaking to people that's moved on, and but I guess we can get into that next week. Anything you want to promote? Any outside of hanging with the Bransons?
Major.
Wow, thanks. Check me out at Love 911 Tarot on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter if you have it. All other information is found there. I'm offering next Wednesdays. We're starting a tarot, unlocking the tarot class. It's on Wednesday evening. So all the information's on those pages. Just click the link or just message me if you want to book a private session. Mm-hmm. And as always, guys, pleasure talking to you all. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks, all right. Appreciate you. Everything. Thank you. Thanks, Dex. That's perfect. All right. Let me get him out of here. Perfect.
What was you about to ask him about?
I don't know. He was trying to flex. I don't know. I was about to ask about the workout gave me. Maybe what does he do? I was thinking about working out. I've been thinking about it.
Well, he looks like he is definitely in fit and looks very healthy. His skin is glowing, and now his upper body is. Michael Shawn is about to chunk this laptop. Mo, move quickly.
No, I'm just like. I think y'all taking me the wrong way. Like, this is really bizarre. If y'all could see what happened, y'all would understand why I'm actually looking at this, because I'm going to repeat. This meter came on that I'd never seen. And I raised the volume and I heard y'all. But then it would come right back down. And I was like, okay. I'll go like that. I hear y'all. And then I would take the mouse off of it and it would go back down. But then it disappeared. I'm like, where did it? Yeah. I said, where did it go? So, but now I'm thinking maybe it's to shorten the microphone, but it really doesn't make any sense for it to be the shorten the microphone, even though there is something jiggling in the microphone. I don't want to mess with it anymore. So there is a short in the microphone.
Yes, it's short. Okay. I hope you figure it out. I don't like you frustrated.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure it out. If I didn't have to look at you, I would be.
Okay.
If it was just Mo on the square, I wouldn't be frustrated.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Hurt people. Hurt people. Yeah, I don't know.
And that's why I'm just trying to figure it out. But you can't figure this out.
You need a good cry, Mike. You need to just cry. You think I
cry during orgasms. I make women cry during orgasms.
Listen, I didn't even know that was a real thing.
You think that's true, that if you cry is more, what do you say, is healthy and it doesn't block up? Like, you think that's true?
You're letting go of old feelings when it happens?
No, it's an emotional release. All tears are an emotional release. It's just like meditation. It's just like anything else. It's an emotional release.
Crying is healthy.
Crying is healthy. I put is crying healthy.
Crying is healthy.
Amazingly healthy. People who don't cry are sick.
You trying to make kids? I don't cry.
People who don't cry are sick. You don't know how to handle.
Nothing to cry about. It's like you
don't know how to handle. You don't know how to handle real emotion. That's why you stay robotic.
So Jay Black, you don't cry if someone passes away either?
Sadly. I try to hold I keep it moving. Like,
you have detachment issues?
Detachment issues now.
Yes.
But
Has your therapist ever talked about detachment?
A therapist.
I ain't got no therapist.
Oh,
We
I thought
had
he was
one, but
going to therapy.
Mike scared her away. We had one.
I thought.
A therapist.
Well, she really wasn't
Oh,
a
she-
therapist.
Yeah, she
But
wasn't a real therapist.
don't do that.
Okay. No, I don't have a therapist. No, I never thought about not crying as being something negative.
This is why Jay's physical situation, it comes out in different ways because he won't allow any emotion. See, Jay's robotic attitude is his defense mechanism, not to go too high and not to go too low. So he stays like this. But then in his physical well-being, that's where all his physical things come out. Because he keeps everything like this.
Jay Black. So I knew you weren't a crier about certain situations, but I didn't know you didn't cry. I didn't know that you didn't cry when people passed away or sad occasions or.
Last time I cried might have been when I was a kid and got beat as a kid for calling the operator and hanging up. That's what I remember crying. Yeah,
Wait a minute. You did what?
Yeah, as a kid, I was stupid. I called the operator and asked her to. I was stupid. I was dumb, and I know they can call back. And but I don't even. Either way, I haven't cried since I don't remember crying since I was a kid. I'm being honest.
Jeanette, help us out. Help us out. Is this childhood trauma the reason why you're saying that maybe possibly you don't cry any longer?
I'm looking to. I'm honestly looking to it. That's interesting because crying. It just feels weird, like crying. It's like, what are we crying for? Move on, figure it out, suck it up, and keep it
But see,
going.
there is no sucking it. This is my thing. Whenever you deny yourself one emotion, it comes out in other emotions. It doesn't just go away. It just you overcome. You just control the entire world.
Well, I can't control the world. Only can control me and my actions.
But that's in your head.
In
your head, you control your entire world, and you need control over everything. It's the makeup for the fact that you will not release emotions that are healthy to release. That's all. You ain't got to pay me for that therapeutic moment.
We can get into allegedly. Let Bo do some story.
So Shay Black, this is very interesting to me.
You using your degree because your degree is in what? Wait, for the record, Mo, a lot of people don't realize you have degrees. You got
I have degrees and certifications. Yes, I do multiple, and so it's just very interesting to me. Psychology, education, amongst some other things. Jay Black.
Same. I figure the people they never know which.
They know I'm smart. I don't gotta broadcast all of the degrees. Let's focus on you. So you're deflecting. I am just trying to figure out where in your life did you stop crying? Because there are some guys who like, I'm tough. I don't really, and then I seen them choke up watching Little Mermaid or, like little stuff like that. So I just need to know where in your life, like what happened to where you feel like I'm not crying. You have no emotional response to death. You have no emotional response to like pivotal, joyous occasions.
He's an iron.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I don't
remember
call
you a psychopath.
I don't remember crying in high school. I don't remember crying. I swear I had to be.
Have you cried at anyone significantly close to you that has passed? Did you cry at their funeral or cry alone or just?
I got it. I remember when my pops passed. I remember getting emotional, like internally. I remember getting watery. Y'all was there. Y'all went to the funeral.
Was there, but I don't remember you crying.
Yeah,
I was there at your father's funeral, but I can't recall you crying.
Shay Black was crying when Major was singing. We had Major on. I gotta start playing the clip. What was the song? This is why I love you. Me and my uncle 10 years apart. This is my niece. This is my niece right here, Mustafa. By the way, Shonda.
So again, that's what I'm saying. Going back to detachment, because detachment.
She never seen me cry. Yeah. And this is my oldest, oldest niece.
Right. So detachment can be it doesn't have to be something pivotal happened. It could be something that you learned, like watching and you just decide, like,
I
you
think
know
it's
how they
more of
say men don't
the
cry.
guys. Yeah, I think it's
Was
more
it
of that.
taught?
Guys, suck it up and stop crying. Get you fail, clean it up, get the blood, keep it moving. Like you scrape your leg, and my wife get on me. Don't tell my son that. Well, it's my son too. Like
So,
he can be emotional. Stop babying him. Like, come
your
on, you
wife is.
failed. Get up. Let's go.
So I'm gonna say this, and that's for everybody. Stop telling little boys not to cry, and that it's like they're acting like little girls or women if they cry, because you mess them up growing up, and they will have emotional difficulties just expressing their emotions, and being able to feel and understand their feelings. So stop telling.
Just tell them.
boys
Just
not
tell them to
cry.
take the dress off. Tell them to. I'm playing. I'm
Take
just
the
kidding.
dress. I don't say to act like a
I was
girl.
just kidding. Everybody get mad.
You're gonna get canceled. You're gonna get canceled, Mike. First, yesterday you said that women, what they wear, they doing it for the look.
Comment
Is their fault? No.
that Mike and
no,
Shawn just stated are not the views of
I was just kidding, y'all.
Media
I
Room
was
360
kidding.
TV.
I was joking.
But that is society, though, of the suck it up and keep it moving. It just when you see
But
like
it's damaging. J
like
Black, it's damaging.
Why are we crying? You hurt yourself. Is it really that bad that you're crying? Like
what is it that bothers you about crying? That's what I want to know. What is it that bothers you? Just another, because you're cool with getting mad,
right?
But I'm not that like I'm not busting rhymes.
But you still have an outlet for your anger.
You're not.
I'm not the this is crazy. I'm not the loud rah guy.
We just went to jail because of what? What we go to jail for?
When we went to jail,
I
was intoxicated and got into a physical altercation with a motorist that tried to hit me with their vehicle.
That you started. That you started.
Allegedly.
No, ain't allegedly. He went to jail because he started it.
I wasn't rah though. It was.
Yes, you were. I had to get you away from people that you were friends with. I had to get you away from people that you were friends with. You were in their face talking.
No, I wasn't rah. I'm sure. If they were saying
something, called him a pussy.
But that ain't still rah. You calling somebody out doesn't make you rah.
In Philly, that's fighting words, J Black. So you know that.
And I was young. Mike always bring up stuff when I was young.
We was in our 30s.
We don't really know anything when you're in your young 30s. We don't really.
My whole point is I don't understand what is it that you feel that is wrong about crying? It's just like laughing.
I'm not just like myself. I'm being honest, transparent.
And internally,
no, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you if you do it. I'm asking you what you feel that's wrong with it.
I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. I think it'll probably feel weird at this point for me to just cry.
So it's uncomfortable. So crying is uncomfortable.
It's definitely uncomfortable. I can feel it being uncomfortable.
Even when you're alone, do you find it to be uncomfortable?
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. No, I don't. Even alone, I don't. That's why when Dave said it, I'm like, no.
But is it uncomfortable for you to cry when you're by yourself? Like if you're by yourself and you feel a surge of emotion?
I think it may be a sign of weakness. When you're saying it now, I think it may be a little weakness thought process. Like, what are you crying for? What are you being weak for?
But when you're by yourself and no one's looking, do you still feel that same level of like that it's a weakness? Do you still feel that same level?
Yeah. I still feel like suck it up, get through it, figure it out. Keep it moving.
This is why Jay does everything in his power to make sure nobody can hurt him. That's why he needs to know every single aspect of a person's life inside and out, because he does not ever want to get to a point where he gets hurt, where this can happen. So that's why he protects those feelings on a level that I've never seen before.
I don't like giving people ammunition because people will use stuff against you. So I'm really limited. Like our circle is our circle, but you share too much. People put stuff in your face, and I don't share a lot.
You have your defenses up. You are sheltered against having an emotional release, like crying, right? And this goes back to your control. You controlling the variables of everything in your life. And I think that you and I have had this discussion before about having a control mechanism in place over every aspect of your life.
And I think that's where the anxiety started literally within the last 4 or 5 years. And my wife diagnosed it as when I don't have control, that's when I begin to have a little anxiety.
Wait a second. I just said, this is what kills me about these two squares. I just said when you eliminated an emotion, another emotion is going to overcompensate for eliminating that.
And that is true.
Which is the anxiety of, because you have no release. You have no release of just going like, yo, this really affected me. This really hurt me. So you've already shut that portion down. So the other portion comes up because now by any means necessary, the anxiety kicks up because now I got to control all this by any means necessary because no one will ever be able to ever point out, use me as a weakness.
But you do understand that, but you do understand, and J. Marie too, you do understand that when you do have those defenses up, that is an emotional response. To be defensive is an emotional response.
No, I'm just conscious of what I'm saying. I'm conscious of what I'm sharing. I'm conscious of what I'm giving you. So you won't be able to come back and throw that in my face or have anything over me. Like I'm conscious as we're speaking and sharing. I mean, of course, on the show is different. We joke, we have fun, but in my personal world, I'm very, very limited. Very, very limited. I don't want new friends. No new. Drake said it. No new friends. No.
You don't have to have new friends, but I do believe that you, at some point, especially now in your life, you are a parent, and you are setting examples. You are going to have to deal and figure out what the underlying issues are regarding to why you have this roadblock up or defense mechanism up towards letting go of emotion or showing emotion or being vulnerable. So that's a big word for you, Jay Black, being vulnerable, because everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not out to hurt you. Everybody's not out to use something against you. So, Jay Black.
My wife said it.
Maybe you need to be in therapy.
Oh, God.
Maybe you need to find a black male therapist.
Female. I'm more comfortable with females.
But I think I just said a black male therapist. Mm-mm. Yes, because for somebody who has control issues like you, Jay Black, and a certain level of dominance over women, I believe a black male therapist will help you be able to work through that.
Well, which your degree hat on? Jacqueline has a question for you. She said, I have 3 boys. My 17-year-old doesn't cry. Even when he was younger, he didn't cry. Should she seek some help?
Certainly. Absolutely. Because everyone has to have some type of emotional release somewhere, some type of emotional outlet. So absolutely. Was your youngest grew up with you, Jacqueline?
Is he happy?
Well, she said even when he was younger.
Right. So when she said he was younger, that's why I went back to say, did he grow up with her in the early years as well?
Okay, we'll wait for Jacqueline to.
So David said that's why Jay Black acts the way he acts, because he hides his emotions, and that is not good for him to keep it in. It's not good for anybody to keep their emotions in. Jay Black.
I think I've been fine, but did you?
Everybody
Dave said, Jay Black, you gotta let that out, brother. Yeah. I like that for relationships specifically. People, if y'all keep thinking if y'all get somebody ammunition, it's only ammunition if you take it as ammunition. Like I can say whatever I want to a person. They can know whatever they want. Mm-hmm. When they fire it back at me, if I react to it as ammunition, then it is. If I don't, then I don't.
I'm more mad at myself for giving you that ammunition at that point.
But it doesn't even
make sense. I'm not mad.
I get it.
I'm mad at why did I allow that person the opportunity to take jabs and stabs and throw something in my face? I should have never even shared that. Like I that's my mindset of why did I even give them that opportunity to kid at me?
But my thing is, your reaction is what makes it ammunition.
No, I might not show a reaction though. No, internally, I'm mad at myself, not necessarily lashing out. It's more so, okay, they got that off, but that's I should have never even gave them that. Like, that's truly my thought process.
And my reaction is, I trusted you. You're the one who made the mistake by using it against me. I trusted you with that information, and you chose to be the devil and use it against me, and then I keep moving from there.
So in situation like that, with Michael Shawn is saying, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't allow yourself to be vulnerable or in a vulnerable space with another person. Just because that person twisted it and threw back, or regurgitated your information out there and used it as ammunition does not mean that you should just shut yourself off and not be vulnerable or open to being emotional or having any type of emotional response. to things that go on with you.
Jeanette said that's most of us, so I guess a lot of people think that way. And Don said it's that Philly mindset. Growing up, 4th and Cambria, seeing Allegheny, Germantown,
everybody on
Uptown,
angles.
yeah.
Everybody on angles in Philly. But Chip, like seriously, I think that you should look into certainly talking to someone and seeing someone to kind of work.
No, my wife has been saying it for a while. Like you're seeing, you know, really trying.
Only if your health insurance covers it. Only if your health insurance.
You're right. I'm not paying out of pocket.
Oh my God! So you're willing to buy the latest J's, but you wouldn't pay out of your pocket to perceivably have a better sense of mind and health and spirit.
Because I don't feel that is a problem, to be honest. I just feel like I don't feel like me not crying or me not being emotional is like a big deal. I don't feel it. So it's not a big deal for me to explore taking a deeper dive in that.
A lot of times when we have problems, we don't recognize it within ourselves. It takes someone else to bring it to the forefront in order for us to actually get help, right?
No, I'm sorry. I was reading Jay Marie's comment.
It says, I've been in a relationship where something I said was used as ammunition. That hurt me. And I guess it made me not give that level of F. So I can understand. So that's when we're talking about underlying issues and things that people do that affect how we move forward. And again, if you address it, Jay Black, in your case, you probably never addressed whatever it was that made you stop crying in the first place. And it's probably deeply buried and deeply hidden emotionally, that you don't even realize that it's affected you all your life, to where you can't even cry when someone passes away or when you lose someone significant.
I think it's time for a story. I think it's time for you to talk about
Mike's ex-baby mom. Is it story time?
Yeah.
Well, I want to start off with my B2Kers. People who love B2K, Omarion, Lil Fizz. Omarion is 38 hot. And he basically has said to Little Fizz, look, your apology on stage was inappropriate. I don't think you should have did it. You know, of course, we're talking about when he apologized to Little Fizz. He said, basically, I would be remiss if I didn't take this time and opportunity to apologize to my brother. You know, I did something that was hurtful and messed up. And so he apologized on stage. Omarion wasn't buying it.
That wasn't scripted. He didn't know. Omarion didn't know that was coming.
He said he did not know it was coming. It wasn't scripted. And he said it wasn't cool. It definitely wasn't cool with him. Definitely didn't sit well with him.
So why didn't he say it when he was on stage?
He said, I did some effed up ish to my brother and I'm not proud of it, man.
No, I'm saying, why did Omarion
call him out?
Why didn't Omarion just call him out on stage?
If you notice, Omarion is, first of all, he's professional when it comes to stuff like that. He has never, if you've seen, he's constantly taking the high road when it's come to this whole situation. He's constantly taking the high road.
Well, that's not the high road. That's called the bitch move.
Well, no, I'm saying Omarion to Little Fizz.
Omarion.
Because he didn't call him out live on stage? I mean, when in that moment, you go with it.
No, if that's how you feel and the dude ran up in your baby mom and you had some feelings about it, don't say nothing afterwards.
Don't dap him up. Don't say. Let's have a separate. Let's have a separate conversation. Like he can say that.
Don't say it was inappropriate after you get off stage. You were just in front of everybody.
So he says, so I want to stand here humbly and sincerely apologize to you. And he said, for any reason or any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family. Well, you saying you and your family, you smashed in April. Your nephews are around. You're around your nephews. I mean, I don't think that there's any coming back from that.
It can be coming back. They absolutely, somebody can forgive. I'm saying don't pound them up on stage. And when you get off stage, say, oh, that was inappropriate. It wasn't the right time. Then don't accept it. And if you do accept it, then keep it to yourself afterwards.
Oh, they said Lady Q saying he was asked about how he felt about it after the fact.
Right.
So he was good with holding it in and keeping it moving. And somebody brought it up. A sexy male said, hey, how did you feel when Fizz came up and apologized? And then he just answered the question. So that makes sense too there. So it's not like he's coming out to say, yo, I think that's, that was foul and whack.
I still don't get it. Then what the fuck? Then be who you were on stage. If you ain't feel it, then you ain't feel it. Like, how old do we have to be before people don't have to put on a facade on stage? But then when somebody asks you a question about it, you want to spill everything and be like, yeah, I thought it was inappropriate, whatever. So why didn't you say that when the dude was in your face?
But you don't always speak your mind to that degree up front, and then it'll be afterwards. You know, like
I guess not gonna be in front of cameras talking about running up in my baby mom, and I took the high road. And then you're going to come on my show, and then you're going to... First of all, why, Marion, did you even let him come on your show? This is why I don't believe none of y'all. I don't believe none of y'all twisty, spin around, split dancers.
So that's why I thought when you brought that up, I said, yeah, he would have his peoples would have let him know, yo, we're going to let Fizz come on. He want to say something to you. Like, he had to know. I thought he knew about it, but he's saying that he didn't.
And it was blindsided. He did not know that Lil Fizz was going to do that.
Wow.
All these little boys, and they grown ass men, all of them talking, they be acting like they were raised in hair salons.
What do you mean?
Because I promise you, if somebody ran up in 50's baby mom, they wasn't just going to pop up on stage.
Shaniqua.
Well, you know, Marion not street. Like 50.
It's not even, you don't have to be street to be upfront about something. Like, cool. Like, I get it. I understand. He could have literally been like, yo, if he was really blindsided, he could have really said, dog, I don't even know how to take this because I didn't know he was even going to be on stage. But he didn't want to catch the boo birds. He was more worried about the crowd booing him because they was all clapping because Fizz was apologizing.
Listen for the show. I don't trust it. I'm gonna play it again now. I'm gonna listen watch from a different viewpoint. Let's see if we pick anything up. Share screen, play.
I think it would be right if I didn't take this moment, bro. To publicly apologize to you, bro. I guess he fucked up shit into my brother. Some snake ass shit. I'm not proud of it, man. So I want to sit here humbly and sincerely apologize to you. For any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family, bro.
That hug and dap up looked sincere to me. He was shaking his head in agreement.
We got a show to do, people. Let's get this money. I'm not trying to mess up this show. And we got a fan base. First of all, that right there, Omarion, I watched that little tap. That was fake.
He could have just
there was hesitation.
They all fake. How about they all fake? Y'all all fake. And y'all never want to tell the truth about Chris Stokes. No, y'all all fake. How about that?
I don't think they're ever going to tell the truth about what Chris Stokes did to them.
You're all fake. You could have just fist bumped him and kept it moving. I don't want to hear about how he was inappropriate afterwards when somebody asked you a question from a whatever. Man.
Well, they have a strong fan base, and I don't think that they want to mess up the money because, of course, the whole B2K tour.
But it was. He didn't say it was inappropriate.
So Marion said it was expected, but it wasn't inappropriate. What?
He said that it was inappropriate. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. She's team Marion, Lady Q, and obviously she wanna clarify that he said it was appropriate but inappropriate.
No, he never said it was inappropriate.
So what did he say?
He said it wasn't expected, but it was appropriate.
It wasn't expected, but it was appropriate.
Yes.
Okay. So he co-signed a little bit.
Yes.
He co-signed it. All right. So we're just looking at it different angles.
He has no problem with that.
Then if he said it was appropriate, then they're all good. I thought he said it wasn't appropriate. So they're all good then.
I don't think that they're all good. I think that for the purpose for the show and getting that money, I think for the appropriateness of the show and getting that money, that they're not. He ain't going to sucker punch him on stage. That's not going to happen.
If he said it was unexpected, but it was appropriate, then it's fine. Then we get it. Then I thought he was complaining. What was that last comment?
Dave Burns. Let's see.
Dave wrote a paragraph. Dave, aka the paragraph writer. To be honest, everyone, I don't like a repetitious person. If we establish a problem and resolve the issue of it, and you keep continually doing the same thing you're doing to hurt people after we establish the problem, after the problem has been over. Now I just don't want nothing to do with you anymore. Well, I mean, okay, with them anymore. I thought Amarion was complaining about him being inappropriate, but Amarion said it was just unexpected. So I guess they made up. So sorry about the being raised in a hair salon comment, guys.
I can't. I cannot.
Oh God. I'm gonna email it so we had the actual clip. But go ahead. The salon according. Oh wow. Okay. Maybe he needed
real messed up stuff.
A lot of times people do. Adrian is on point with that. A lot of times in a moment you just need time to process. You just ain't process what just happened, and then you reflect on it. It's like, yeah, wait a minute.
The fans are torn, Michael Shawn. They're saying that if he was to do that, he should have did it in private before they were on stage, and not did it when they were all there on stage and catching Amarion off guard.
That would have been no fun. They would have got no run off of it. They would have sold tickets. It's all make believe, y'all. It's all make believe. That's why we get to critique it any way we want to critique it, because I know it's all make believe. He just didn't run up on stage out of nowhere and apologize. You knew he was in the building. You knew y'all was setting it up. But if there's a B2K reunion, will we all then understand that this is all just propaganda to make the B2K reunion?
To make the show. To make the show pop off. I don't think that Amarion is ever truly going to forgive Lil Fizz. I don't think that they're ever going to be best brothers, best buds. Again, I don't think that relationship is ever going to be mendable or outside of business, because they've been in the business way too long to understand the numbers and the money. This whole B2K reunion tour. So I don't think they'll ever mess up the money, but definitely on a personal level, I don't think that they'll ever be able to come back to that point. There's kids involved, never.
Their relationship might be a lot deeper than what we ever thought it was, even though it's right in our face.
Well, here's the actual clip.
The scandal, Michael Shawn, the scandal of it all.
No, ain't no scandal. Y'all was taking pictures together in your boxer shorts. Stop.
The scandal of it all. Well, I mean, when they got together, they were young, impressionable kids, and definitely the stories that have gone around about Chris Stokes.
And it's sad. I want to say I'm not joking about that. If all that stuff is true, it's thoroughly sad and it's disgusting. But go ahead, let's hear what Mario said.
Thank you, man.
Like, you guys killed it. You had everybody backstage.
Yeah.
You know, I got to know. Everyone's talking obviously about the apology, and how big was that? You know, to actually hear it, or was it? Did you expect it?
No, we're so sorry. We're in a big hurry. We got to
I'm riding with you.
He said I'm riding with you.
But was it expected? Because I know you guys at the end of the day are brothers.
Nothing is expected. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely appropriate.
So are you guys at that point where you guys just moving on, water under the bridge, just trying to go on this tour and blow up the world?
Yes, that's what I will be doing.
I feel it.
That's what.
Well, look, hey, while were you guys gonna be making any new music together? B2K, man, like it's just moving on, but this is a celebration of the work.
Yes, sir.
I feel it.
Yes, sir.
One last thing, everyone also was talking about Lizzo backstage.
So they gonna talk about Lizzo.
So if you read the body language and read the emphasis on words, it was appropriate, right? Because he's saying that he should have been apologized. But guess what? We ain't making no music together. We gonna get this money on this tour, and that's gonna be that.
No, he said body language.
That's what he said. He said I.
He
didn't say B2K. He ain't say Little Fizz. He said I.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You ain't to read body language. You said it in his words. All you had to do is listen. It ain't nothing to do with body language. You said, nah, I ain't messing with old boy.
Right.
I wouldn't mess with him either. Like he's got a little issue going on. So
yeah, they gonna get.
Mario don't want to play with them no more.
That's it. And plus, he's been signed to he was signed to Rick Ross label. I know he had like some solo projects going on, and some cameos on other people's songs. But I definitely don't see a B2K reunification ever.
Ain't nothing without Leah Ruffin. Ain't nothing without a Marion.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, Ray J, you know, Brandy's brother. I know you was he Brandy's brother. I know you had some issues, Jay Black, with him getting Brandy's tattoo on him and whatnot. Well, he is filing for divorce again from Princess Love. It's an on again, off again thing with them. I keep saying this. He officially filed for divorce papers to split off from Princess Love again. I just don't know. I mean, you know, he met her in the strip club, and you know, the mom, the whole family, I think that they just tolerate her because she had kids by him, because certainly they weren't in love with Princess Love in the beginning. And so I didn't think that this relationship was going to go the long haul anyway. Certainly Ray J is back in the limelight with the whole Kim Kardashian second sex tape thing. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But certainly I'm waiting to see what those papers are going to look like and what the motion, what he put in the divorce proceedings as reasoning for wanting to split from Princess Love.
I like them together. I mean, Mike. I mean, somebody said Billy J said, "Why are we even still talking about? Is he relevant?" Ray J's still relevant. He's still doing reality shows. He's part of the whole the network.
He got the Scooty bike. What's
the network? Jocelyn Hernandez is on. What's the name of that network? Zeus. He's part owner in that Zeus network. So he's still heavily involved.
He definitely makes money moves. Like, so behind the scenes, even outside of music, he makes some big time money moves.
I rock with Ray J.
Yes, him and Princess Love again. They're evidently getting divorced. He said, "My situation with my beautiful wife, I didn't want to hit on the first night. I wanted to stretch it out just because it's different, 6-7 months, so they can't take it no more, blah, blah, blah." But I think that he really loved Princess Love. But I think just as a person, maybe Ray J is not able to just sit in one relationship.
People, all y'all people saying we don't know why we're talking about Ray J. It ain't Ray J and Princess's fault that we ain't got no damn life. It ain't their fault. It ain't their fault that Ray J could stay relevant. People could stay relevant. E-Man, because she didn't visit him in the hospital while he had pneumonia.
Yeah, that was the story. Ray J initially said that he got COVID, and he was bad. He was by himself for a week, and no family came to visit.
They can't visit you if you got COVID.
Right.
I expect you to be in the waiting room at least. Let me know that you're in the area.
You can't stay in the waiting room, Jay Black. They don't allow it in the hospital.
You can't even come to the front doors in the waiting area and getting updates from the docs. I don't hear nothing.
So why would you want your wife to do that when she could just call on the phone and get updates? Lady, you ain't coming to no hospital, sitting up in no waiting room. She going on the phone and she's gonna say, "Is Jay Black all right? What's going on today?"
Billy said he needed to really just get one wish granted. You get it? One wish, a song. That was a good one, Billy. That was hilarious. But there's some Ray J stats right there. What is Ray J known for? So what he got? He got Brandy's brother. He dated Whitney Houston,
Little Kim,
Pamela Anderson, made Kim Kardashian famous.
Oh.
Is a member. He did.
Right.
We put her on. Is a member of the. I don't know.
Ray J didn't make nobody famous, y'all.
That sex tape is what blew Kim out of the water.
So why did he become famous off of it?
Oh wait, he owns the Suge Knight's life rights.
He's probably gonna make a documentary, probably.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's one fact I didn't know about.
It says Ray J is a legend. Yes. I don't know about the legend part. He's legendary. Maybe he has a lot of history. But
it always cracks me up when somebody says he made Kim Kardashian famous. But why didn't you make yourself famous then?
Oh, he didn't have COVID. I'm sorry. He had pneumonia. Thanks for correcting me.
Well, I couldn't visit my dad. Only one person could visit my dad when he was in the hospital. He didn't have
COVID. Because of COVID. Yes, because of COVID. The COVID.
One person. And how about if you done cheated on the girl 300 times, now you expect her to be at the hospital? Like, come on. Like, stop. Now when you sick, when you were healthy, you wasn't checking for her, but now when you sick, you need her in the hospital.
And then he clarified. He did circle back and say, "No, my family was there supporting me." Like he came out with another statement right after that. Said, "No, they was there."
I gotta watch Jay Black and Mo. Jay Black and Mo be having their stories reversed in a matter of minutes. It don't even take a day for them to retract their shit. They stories be effed up from the door. It be 4 minutes later, like, yo, my bad, he ain't say that.
The reality is, it wasn't COVID, it was pneumonia. I got caught up, but I know he was.
Mario said it was inappropriate. Oh, my bad. He said it was appropriate. It was just unexpected.
Ray J said he got put in the COVID section of the hospital, and that's what threw me off because they put him, and that's why he thought it was over because they put him in the COVID part of the hospital, but wouldn't have pneumonia. But
with COVID restrictions, you are not allowed to be just chilling up in the hospital. They're not going to allow multiple guests hanging around your bedside, whether you have COVID or not. People are in a hospital with COVID situations, and they're not allowed.
I had all the symptoms of COVID, but I didn't have COVID. I had the cough. I couldn't breathe. I was on a ventilator, but I didn't have COVID.
That's why it's called allegedly, Tam. We say allegedly.
And if you think that Omarion thought that thing was appropriate, that's for the media. He didn't think
he said it was appropriate. He said the apology was appropriate.
Like my dude, you should apologize. But guess what? It ain't accepted. It's not accepted.
Yeah, he took a long time to respond. He was processing that question.
Body language.
You know,
y'all can fall for it if y'all want.
He said everything he was supposed to say. He said it right. He said, "I'm not making." That's what I'm saying. You keep talking about this body language. All you had to do was listen to his words. His words said everything. He said, "I'm making it. I'm touring around the country." I think he was fine.
Oh, that means we gotta play it again. Then that's what that sounds like. All right, here we go.
Yeah. You know, I gotta know. Everyone's talking obviously about the apology, and how big was that? You know, to actually hear it, or was it? Did you expect it?
You know what? I'm so sorry. We're in a big hurry.
I'm riding with you.
He said I'm riding with you.
But you know, was it expected? Because I know you guys at the end of the day are brothers.
Nothing is expected. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely appropriate.
So are you guys at that point where you guys just moving on, water under the bridge, just trying to go on this tour and blow up the world?
Yes, that's what I will be doing.
I feel it. Well, look, hey.
Yeah, so he wanted to make that very clear, but you can see it. He
that's
hesitated.
all them good years of having a publicist and training for media. You can read between the lines. Hell no, it wasn't appropriate. And hell no, I won't be doing nothing else with B2K. It will be me. Right. I know the look of not giving an F.
Even with a mask on.
Yes,
even with a mask on.
Even with a mask on, I felt it.
Yeah. Facts. But hey, there it is. More power to them, and hopefully Ray J is getting better with his pneumonia and
whatever the hell
that's
it
a horrible
is he
time
got.
for her. Wait, she filed for the divorce on him, and he did it for her.
No, he filed this time.
He's done with it. Then. He's done with it. You ain't rocking with me, riding out for me. Allegedly, I'm out. I'm tired of fighting. Every night I got to fight to prove my love. You be tired of fighting.
My love.
It's tired. I get it.
Just like Michael Shawn. Every morning I gotta fight to get these headphones on and prove my love to y'all. Thank you, Michael Shawn, for allowing us to rock today throughout the technical difficulties. Thank you for not letting J Black take you here and keeping it here.
I don't never do that. I don't never take him. He take himself there. My wife told me you are the only one in control of your own actions. I don't
blah blah blah.
I can't control nobody else's actions or responses. You control yourself.
It's all in the eyes, A. Marie. Yes, J. Marie. It is all in the eyes.
Blah blah blah. Now, Cupcake over here quoting his wife's philosophies.
She beat it in my head so much now that it's engraved with some stuff. I try to act like I don't hear it, but sometimes I process and I'm like,
And you must have done something to Lady Q because and whatever you have done, you better fix it and fix it real quick.
What did I do?
Because she has had to come into your room 2
She
days
corrected
in a
you.
row.
It was
2
me
days
yesterday.
in a row.
She corrected you with the Omarion today. That was her. She sent me that clip saying,
We're gonna change Mo and J Black segment is gonna be together. It's gonna be called Fake News.
Mine is called allegedly. So I do it from my point of view, from my POV.
Appropriate, binary, non-binary.
It's gonna be called allegedly / recant. It's allegedly / we're gonna recant another story.
I am not recanting anything. It is definitely all in the eyes, and I definitely don't think that he thought that it was really appropriate. I don't care what he said. J Black ain't trying to get in trouble. Yeah, I'm telling you, J Black, she gonna go on a bacon strike. I feel it very
There was
soon.
no bacon yesterday. She had a scrapple yesterday. I was like, oh, she really didn't give me no bacon. She just said, no, we were out.
You're gonna get whatever's in the fridge. And then with that scrapple yesterday.
All right, y'all. This has been horrible. Everybody. We will see y'all tomorrow. J Black.
Real quick, Mike, I got a question.
Real quick.
How do you feel? How's your microphone working? Your computer okay? Okay.
Real quick.
I'm done.
Real quick.
We didn't even talk about Mike Epps. I guess we could do that tomorrow. Mike Epps, his ex-wife. Okay. Yeah, I want to play that clip and her still out here complaining from something from years ago. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts. So
we get you. Make sure. Ask your wife what she thinks about it. Then tell us.
That's not my thoughts. It's not hers. We disagree on everything. So no, I'm asking her opinion, and I think she said it, and then she probably can get mad because I told you.
Don't worry. Go get your opinion during breakfast, and then bring it back to us tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm an itch boy. Okay. All right. I get what you're trying to do.
I ain't doing nothing.
No, you are. You trying to say
that Lady Q because she gonna mess around. You ain't gonna get no bacon for the rest of the year.
J Black got a ghostwriter. J Black got a ghostwriter.
Well, I do in some cases. She do.
Well, no, J Black, I was serious about the therapy. I was not poking. I was definitely serious about the therapy. I really would like for you to look into that.
We moved on.
He just needs to cry during an orgasm. He'll be fine. It's not that deep.
J Black,
it's not that deep.
Next time you and Lady Q get busy, you and the missus, I just need you to practice one tier.
Well, I just know I got 6 right for Jeopardy, and Mike said I wasn't. He said 4.
You ain't got no witnesses.
She was the witness. She ain't lying for
you. He ain't no witness. He ain't no witness.
One of the questions was easy. Oh, and speaking before we end the show, when you asked me about the verses, I got the answers for you. Where is it at? Wait, where did it go? Where did it go?
Like we could take anything he said. We asked him on the spot. Now he researched.
Yeah, I did because it made me really think, and then I started thinking because Mike said what Philly artists can do with verses, and I was mad at myself. Wait, when you say Philly artists in general, right?
No, hip hop artists, don't.
Okay, you want to clear. So, all right, so Meek Mills. You think can Cassidy do one?
No, he can't do it. He can't do a verse.
You said Black Thought can or can't?
Yes, he can battle any rapper ever. So we'll put Black Thought just simply because he's one of the dopest rappers in history.
It's going down Philly. We already had one Philly artist do it hip hop, and that's Eve, aka Martin Luther King High School graduate.
You really want to review? You really want to review that verses?
Eve's verses?
You really want to review Eve's verse? You want to go back and review it? But go ahead.
I'm going down the list. We can't say Patti LaBelle because that's the ultimate R&B icon. Mike don't want to hear Patti, Miss Patti.
I said hip hop. We already know the Philly sound is iconic.
Bahamadia, the Boys the Men, that's R&B. That's R&B.
Yeah. So Bahamadia, I mean, these are great artists, by the way, that you're mentioning.
Erykah Badu. I always forget Erykah Badu.
Talent, but
Tracy Lee. We should have Tracy Lee on the show. Yeah, that was a smash hit. All right, so I don't want to keep talking about hip hop. I don't want to talk about hip hop. I think we good, but yeah.
Not a verses.
What about Mo's new segment? Therapy with
that's
Mo?
tomorrow Friday. Oh. Oh no, I charge for that. Let me take that hat off.
Oh, Friday tomorrow. Which one of y'all want to come on the show? I need y'all to inbox me. Are y'all all talk yesterday that y'all would do it. We need one of y'all to come on during Mo's segment at 9:15 and hang out with us. You're going to get on the square. You'll get it right on the screen here. Jay Marie, Kelly, Tam, Jeanette will do it. Jeanette will do it. Dave Burns, Billy be sneak commenting, but he got some great one-liners. Come on, Billy, action. Whoever, everybody. Somebody inbox me on IG so I can make sure you get the link, and let's come rock out with us tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Queen Born. Enjoy your weekend.
Happy birthday, Queen Born.
Enjoy today, tomorrow.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. Let nobody steal your happiness. Fight for it. It belongs to you. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Takeover Legends. Yeah, y'all.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in. Tap, tap, tap.